Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a good...
Is it soup yet?
That didn't go very well.
That was a smooth movement.
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup.
Yes.
Join Doc,
Great.
co-host Jeff Kendall,
That's
and
me.
many other famous celebrities as we discuss
Yeah, we
music,
got them all.
movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome Doc Docist.
Yeah.
I want my Thursday night soup now!
Yeah. And it is Thursday. And besides that, it's July 4th Eve.
Not such a thing.
Yeah, July the 4th Eve.
Okay.
You know, the day before July the 4th, but today's not July the 4th. It's the 3rd. So, happy July 4th, everyone, from the 3rd.
July 4th.
Yeah. Yes, we have a wonderful show for you today. Please don't tune out. Look, Jeff Kendall's here. Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah. And Tim Allen is
Yeah, I'm
here.
here. So what?
He's got a cool Dr. Seuss t-shirt on right now. And oh no!
Oh no, Ger's here.
Damn, he did it too soon. I'm not ready yet.
Mhm.
I have to scroll. Okay. Okay, now do it. Now do it.
There you go.
I gotta take this better with
Yeah. There again.
it. Just call me Blaylock.
Okay.
Okay.
Blaylock, or what the heck his name was.
Mhm.
Well, that's what we're in for tonight. Okay, so
Okay.
you guys, you don't know when you got about, I don't know how many little video bits up there, and I've got all the intros and all that kind of stuff, and all the funny stuff down at the bottom. And Gur starts out with the funny stuff. Is no, I got to roll through the Rolodex to go find
Well, you'll just have to fire me. That's happened before.
Doc, you missed on the very first one. What are you talking about? You missed on the opening.
Yup.
I had that at the top.
Can't blame me for that one.
I had that at the top of the Rolodex.
You hit the wrong button again.
That's what I'm known for.
Okay.
Let's see if anybody's watching this thing. Surfer Sting's watching.
Yes. Hey, Sugar Sting.
I'm sorry that you don't have anything better to do, Surfer's thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on. We might entertain them for a minute or so. Yeah,
Well,
I do refresh that. Yeah.
We're our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is true.
I even told him cut it shorter for the summer, and he says,
And maybe a scalp you.
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, but I guess I can't take it back.
No, you can't. You have to wait till it grows back.
If you pull real hard, it might come out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the dolls that used to pull the hair out.
Oh yeah. I had a cousin, and you're not supposed to cut the hair on those things.
The problem is when you pull your hair like this, your beard will get shorter.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. So.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you don't have time to shave, just pull on your hair and then you don't have to shave.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, July the 3rd, the day before July the 4th. So everybody's got to, well, we're all retired anyways. So,
Yeah.
Like Jeff will probably go out and make fireworks and stuff.
Well, we probably will stay in because I don't want our cats to get scared. It's
Oh,
I've seen fireworks. When I was about 13, I was, this is a crazy story. I was mowing lawns to get extra money, and I got dared to buy a family pack of fireworks.
I dare you to buy a family pack.
They cost about $50.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And my dad had to convinced me that fireworks are nice, but bang, and fireworks are gone. They're
Lose
nice
the
to look
finger,
at. Let somebody else shoot them off, and you watch. So.
And don't take the what do they call it? Roman candles and fire them at people. Don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you really don't like them, and then go ahead.
Yeah, and then you can. Yeah. Mhm.
Get a load of this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Either
don't
that,
do
or you go to Gur's house and you just watch the stereo blow up. That's fireworks.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
I mean, there's already fireworks and stuff. There'll be some tonight.
Yeah.
There'll be some all day tomorrow.
We had some Tuesday night because that was our Canada Day, but it was pretty quiet. There wasn't a lot going on. So
nobody.
One year, matter of fact, I think we were on one night on the 4th of July, and I was showing you fireworks out my front door one year.
Ooh. How exciting!
So if I see any, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Okay, then grab your camera, run outside, and
My computer.
That's
Look,
video,
this.
that's video.
I got to go over the shrubs because the shrubs need to be cut down a little bit. But other than that, they're doing okay.
Okay, well, let's start showing people what we got.
New stuff. Okay, you're going to be first. What you got, Doc?
Who likes Dire Straits?
Oh, I have that one. Yeah.
Oh, you got that one.
Yes,
Everybody
I got
has
that
it.
one.
yeah,
A great disc.
Sultans
Let me-
of
Dire Straits.
Yeah, I like the first couple albums. Money for
the
Nothing and
very
the
best stuff.
Free. Yes.
Very best stuff.
Mm-hmm. Really good disc.
Not some of the best stuff,
It is the best of.
all of the best stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
the very best.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the what everybody all that they care about?
Yeah.
Happy 4th, Robert.
Yes. Happy 4th tomorrow, Robert.
Yeah, let's go on to someone else.
It's my
No.
turn. Okay. Now, last year I found this Petula Clark CD and I listened to it, and you know what?
What?
These are remakes.
Obviously.
What?
You remade her hit.
Obvious.
So that one. I mean, No,
All you
I
gotta do
got
is look
this
at the cover
one.
and know it's a remake.
Yeah. The Ultimate Petula Clark. That's another $4 eBay purchase. I just got that in a couple of days ago. Now I went to my Goodwill this morning and it was all Elvis. So I got,
The whole store was full of Elvis.
I had got a couple of good Elvis things. This is another Elvis best of Essential Elvis.
The East
No.
End Elvis. Oh.
And I got a nice documentary I had seen years ago, and it was $1.99. So I said I'll go ahead and pick it up. Well, this is Elvis. This is the 2 CD set, a DVD set. It has a 24-page photo book as well. Only $1.99. So
Wow.
and that's what I got so far.
nice.
Yes. Robert P. says he doesn't like remakes. He has the second CD.
Oh yeah, I really like this one.
Okay. And by the way, the Alaskan grandkids are destroying Robert P.'s house. Oh dear. Let's move on to this guy.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Allen the Tim.
Why?
What have you got for us
You
today,
know what I'm
Alan?
gonna have? Nothing.
What? What?
Well, you had an almost.
Store 3 times a week, and I haven't bought anything in forever.
Wow.
Nothing. Everybody still says I have the best thrift store ever. I have, it's great. It's wonderful. You should all be me.
Give me dry. Okay.
Yeah, one of my thrift stores went out of business because they weren't making money. So people were bringing in. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we're just going to move on to this guy because I have.
Sure.
He's going to have.
Me picking my nose there. Holy cow.
Oh, got him.
No warning. Yes, I have one new thing to show.
Okay.
What is that one thing?
It is this. There. Okay.
Okay, we're done. Okay, thanks for coming.
No,
Oh, Golden earring.
From 1984, and that was, I think, the same year I saw them.
Oh, okay.
84. So the complete Leiden concert. So there you are.
Mm-hmm.
And when he talks, he's talking Dutch, so I don't know what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, because he sings in English. It's a 2-record set. There's the middle. Already showed you the back. And I have 1 record on the turntable. I have a song and a half left to play, but I had to take it off because Doc wouldn't let me play it on the air. That's the label.
Oh, okay.
Very pretty.
Red Bullet.
The Bullet.
Yeah, that's the label they use in Holland. Yeah, so good. Yeah, good stuff. And so they're playing mostly stuff from that late 70s, early 80s era on this one. So yeah, it sounds good. It's really good. Yeah. It came out in, I think, 2023. Somehow I missed it. I never got it when it first came out, so I don't know how I missed it, but I have it now.
Did you know you live closer to Alaska than Robert P. does?
I do.
Yes.
Lucky
you are
man.
a lucky man.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess. Fortunate. We're fortunate.
You can inherit those grandkids that are wrecking his house.
Oh, no, thank you, but no.
No, thank you. But no.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. That's my new acquisition.
That's it.
Sounds good.
Thursday.
Now, Doc, right. Now, Doc, what did you say you were binge watching after you quit watching Gilligan?
I haven't, actually.
Johnny Quest. You were watching Johnny Quest.
Oh.
Or did the violence upset you?
Well, see, after I finished the series, I remembered that I've got the 3 movies.
Ah.
Oh, the Gilligan movies? Okay.
The Gilligan movies, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm on the 3rd one. I'm not watching them end to end. I'm just watching them, as I eat dinner. And when I eat dinner, I'll pick it up when I come back.
Yeah, the 3rd one's kind of rough because Jim Backus was in pretty bad shape.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually in that movie, there's a Thurston Howell the Fourth. I didn't know he was never existed on the series. And suddenly he's
really annoying, if I remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but being that I haven't seen that movie for quite a while, and they introduced, and here's the guy playing Thurston Howell the Fourth.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
Who is it?
Is it Robbie Rist?
No, worse than that. It's David Ruprecht.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that because I've never heard of him.
Okay. He hosts Supermarket Sweep.
Oh, that's what he does. Okay.
He went from that to hosting Supermarket Sweep. So.
Yeah, see, they should have had Vito Scotti back to have.
I know. People are like, "Come on, let's get to."
Yeah. Got Charles Nelson Riley to play.
That would have been good. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here?
Hello.
It's the Robert P. home.
Robert's been playing with
Holy cow, the place is a wreck.
Whose house is this?
There's a red barn in the middle of Robert's living room.
How do you like that?
Wow.
Holy cow.
Makes you want to scream.
Number in that phone, I'm going to call you.
You're a mess.
Watch where you step. You might.
You don't have to keep it on me, but Isabel, can you get your skipping trip so I can show them?
The skipping trip?
Hey, what's the big target there on your left?
Yeah.
I want to show you her. You guys probably remember doing this as a kid.
Hi, Kimba.
Go ahead, do it.
That thing. Oh, yeah. The deal with you skipping. Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
What's next? The lawn dart?
Yeah, they had those in the 60s.
Say hi.
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 Okay, that's enough.
Children.
All right.
So these are the polar bears from Alaska?
Go ahead, Doc.
Hello, George. Hello.
Robert's house is full of life at the moment.
Oh,
I
George.
Yes.
I don't know how
Change it out.
to. I did.
No, you didn't.
Well, that was entertaining.
That place is a mess, huh?
You bet.
Wow. You should see my dog stories all over the house.
You bet. Talk about skipping trips. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's grandkids, so yeah.
Can you still hear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Well, darts and technical. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Peter,
Those are fun, aren't they?
Well, darts and technical.
what Peter does. Peter,
Those are fun, aren't they?
Well, darts and technical.
what Peter does.
Those are fun.
Well, darts and technical. I think that's enough. I
Something
think he
happened.
was starting to echo and stuff.
Well,
You know,
he's
it's just
busy. He's got a house full of kiddos. Yeah.
a mess of audio.
Yes.
So blah 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 blah. Kind of like on my latest video. The
Yeah.
If you've seen that, like the Walmart announcement.
I don't think I saw that one. That's okay. I'll look at it.
I
Oh,
saw
you're-
it, I didn't hear it. I had to, because I was playing music. I have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, I have to too.
Is that the one with the Gatorade?
Yes, yes. The
Yeah,
Gatorade that looks like it was ready to fall
I'm
over.
gonna go back and
It's okay.
Oh, I've got something for that, but I have to scroll.
It's a madhouse.
Yes, where is that? This is Robert P's house.
A madhouse.
Just like that.
That gorilla kind of looks like Robert.
Hmm. Oh my gosh, 9-3.
Who's behind?
Gee, and bottom of the fifth, 9-3. Stupid.
You know, when he does that, it looks like he's spying on the neighbors the way he looks out the window.
Yeah, because that's the fourth floor. Well, you do know. I'll remind you that the Oklahoma City Thunder are the NBA champions. So.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
That's it exactly. Yes.
Wow, that's
Madhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I think I never even knew they had a team. Now they're the champions. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned my head for a while. Now it's 9-3. Jeez.
I think basketball should be 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well, it'll
Because
be
98% of the time the game is decided in the last 2 minutes. So that's all
it'll be soccer and football in my area before too much longer. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the BC Lions, not the Detroit Lions, the BC Lions, who actually win once in a while.
I found some yop in my fridge.
How old is it?
That's what I'm afraid of because it's,
I was gonna say,
it's a bottle that's been in there.
is it from like February or something?
It's so old he has to eat it with a spoon.
Where do they get the date for this thing?
Yeah.
Probably on the bottom.
Don't forget to check the year.
Yeah.
I can't see anything on here. I think it's good forever.
It's so old they didn't use date stamps back
No.
Has it turned green?
The dates in Roman numerals. It's that old.
Now, was it in your fridge or was it in your
then.
counter?
What's M stand for?
No, it's in the fridge, but way in the back behind some stuff. And all of a sudden, oh, there's a bottle of yop back here that I.
It should be okay. I hope it's. Well, if you start feeling kind of funny, then yeah, we'll take over.
I'm sure it is very good.
Take a big drink and let us know.
Well,
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a good night's sleep because it's time for breakfast.
The only date on there is PTCIX. What does that mean?
Let it rip.
319.
it's like Twinkies. It doesn't have an extra.
Yeah, bottoms up. Have a big drink.
Tastes just like candy.
Oh, okay. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? Whoops. See, you go to click on something and it moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Your grocery bill is through the roof. Ice cream, cookies, and cereal. Always talking about Robert B.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's Doc's too.
Yeah, that's right.
just
And
saying.
you know what? They came out with my favorite ice cream again.
Oh, what is it?
I haven't seen it for probably a couple of years.
Yep, flavors.
Wow.
Checkerboard.
Checkerboard ice cream?
Checkerboard ice cream.
Oh.
You know, I thought of you because
Checkerboards aren't tasty.
we could go
Why
to
would you want
Sonic and get a.
checkerboard flavored ice cream.
We could go to Sonic and get a pickle slush. I
What
thought about
flavor?
Doc would like those.
What flavor is checkerboard? What is that?
Yeah.
Like, imagine a checkerboard like chocolate and vanilla, making up the squares.
Okay.
So like a lot better than chocolate ripple. That was always stupid anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom, look, we've got chocolate ripple. Yeah, you open a thing that's all white, and there's one little thin stream of chocolate.
It's just Neapolitan without the strawberry. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that's good because we kids never ate the strawberry anyway.
I love strawberry.
Part.
Oh, that was my favorite kind of ice cream.
Really, strawberry is the best part.
No,
Yeah.
I
you
agree with
people won't
Doc.
eat the
I don't
pink. Why
like
don't you
strawberry.
kids eat the pink? We didn't want the
No.
pink.
And then get vanilla ice cream, but a whole bunch of Nestle's Quick on top. And then that was like, yeah.
Kimber bought ice cream and cookies and cereal for herself yesterday. So her grocery bill is also through the roof. So
yeah.
So is going for an oil change.
Yeah.
We got an oil change yesterday for the first time for my new car.
Yeah, I got one from them.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, because I've had the car for 8 months now. So I think I better get an oil change.
Well, it's
So-
only gone 500 miles, you know. So
Yeah, I know. I know they asked me the mileage on it was like 3,800 or something like that. But I thought, I don't know, maybe I should get an oil change. So anyway, do you know how much this wonderful new oil change cost me?
I had one today
I'm
too.
guessing in Canada around $100.
how much was it?
$142.
Yeah, that's why
Wow.
I do my own oil.
More than-
Yeah, I don't doubt you. Yeah.
Mine was only 52, and they checked all of my other fluids too.
So that's a lot of money for
Wash
oil.
my windows and check my tires.
Well, yeah, but you have a 1932 Ford Model T or something.
No, I have a used car, but it's not, you know.
For $142, they should take you to dinner and out to a movie as well. Jeez, that's
Yeah.
Exactly.
They topped up the fluids.
Oh, well, big deal.
We didn't eat the strawberry either. That's why we always left it.
Big deal.
I got
That's a lot of
5.
money. I do my own, so I would say 5 liters of oil is like what, $40, and a filter is another $12-15, and that's a lot less than $142.
Uh-oh. Kimmy just heard a boom.
Yeah, I bet it's not a gunshot. I bet it was a fireworks, wasn't it?
That's a good
Are
point.
you hearing the fireworks? Did you hear fireworks outside? You did? Okay. It's okay. It's just
Well,
fireworks.
here's what happened about the free one with a new car. So I went to the dealership for my free one,
It's been
and
cool.
I had only walked in there. I don't know. I don't even think I was in there a minute, and the lights went out.
Boom.
And then the lights, and of course, all the computers are down. Oh, geez. Oh, well, we can't do anything. Everything's rebooting and blah, blah, blah.
An omen.
Yep, it is. So
They saw you coming. So somebody was in the back and said,
yeah, they pulled the plug.
yeah.
So
Why can't screw this guy out of his freebie? Go pull the main.
So I'm standing there waiting to be served on. They're waiting to be booted back up.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought, well, maybe we can help you without a computer. What are you here for? And I said, well, I'm here for my complimentary oil change. Oh, we don't do that here. What? So like, bye-bye.
They could have at least given you a compliment.
No, didn't get a
I
compliment.
said, oh, you got a really nice haircut. There's a compliment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could change the oil. So that'd be your complimentary oil change.
Screwed out of an oil change.
No, that's what they do that. They do that. You go somewhere else and you pay your $150, and then you drive back there. They pop open the hood, they unscrew the nozzle, and they go, "Man, they did a really good job on this oil change." And then they put it back.
Good to me.
That's the compliment. That's the compliment.
That's the compliment. Yes. Yeah. Harvey's has got a new cheesesteak sandwich. Well.
Ooh, okay.
I remember. I mean, I'm old, yeah, but I didn't have a car and worry about this stuff till at least the 80s. I remember when you went to like Hill's department store or wherever, and oil was like 99 cents a quart, and an oil filter was like $3, and you changed your oil and it was like $10. Or less.
Tomorrow night, Robert, I'm going to stay in. My son and I are staying in because it upsets the cats. And actually, it's going to rain anyway. So, I mean, you know.
I used to take mine at a place called Great Canadian Oil Change.
We're going to stay in.
That's before we had the house. I didn't have anywhere to do it myself.
Oh,
so I take it there. And it was always like around $100. But that's quite a few years ago. And oil was a lot cheaper back then, too.
Yeah.
But like 4 liters of oil or 5 liters of oil, it's a lot of money these days.
Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, where I live, there's a little place called Pit Stop, and I was in and out within like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
plus $50 plus tax, like $52. It's done. So you know.
Yeah, and that's you can't really do it yourself for that.
So. Right.
So, and the problem I have where I live doing it yourself is under law, oil change places are supposed to take your used oil, but none of them will. So what do you do with the oil when you're done? You can't. You'll go to jail if you find jumping it somewhere. And what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, we've got recycle depots that we take ours to. They're not nearby, but I'll usually save it up. I'll maybe have 6 jugs full or something, and I'll take it over one day.
Yeah, see, Robert P. does wow, talented.
My dad used to, like, he sold auto parts to garages, and he had one garage that they'd take our old oil because in the garage he had an oil heater that they used to heat the garage.
Burned oil.
So he was glad to get the oil because he didn't have to pay for it, right? So Dad would take our oil to him, and he'd burn the oil and heat the garage, and
cool.
Yeah, back in the day they used to throw cans of waste oil in the trash can. Yeah, because my dad, there was a movie theater right next door to the auto mechanic, and my dad wanted a certain poster. And I just threw it in the trash. Run to get it. My dad ran out to the trash can to get this poster, and somebody had thrown some waste oil on it, so it was kind of worthless.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the movie theater took the oil and put it on their popcorn.
No, that was an idea. You have chocolate popcorn.
That's what I thought.
Not any worse than most movie theater popcorn oil.
Yeah. But that was talking. My dad was about 12, so that was about 1950. So yeah, when that happened, that was a few years ago.
A lot of places in Ontario, like in the old days, they used to undercoat your car with oil as well for winter.
I wonder where that oil came from, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what it was. It was the used motor oil that they actually used.
Yeah.
So that was for like winter to keep the salt off and help against the rust and all that. But that's what they used, and then also on old dirt roads, they would. I know my grandmother had a cottage in Ontario, and the road was just a dirt road. It wasn't even gravel; it was dirt.
Yeah.
But they had these oil trucks that would come by and spray the road with oil, Used to stink like hell, but that's how they would keep the dust down from the dirt roads.
Yeah.
And eventually it would get really hard because all the oil would soak in. Well, today, I mean, they throw you in jail for doing that today, you know. But that's like through the 60s and 70s. That's what they used to do. And that was all used motor oil. That's where it all came from.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's just the way they do it, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Time for a haircut story.
Wasn't environmentally sound, but it was a practical use of it, right? To put on the dirt roads and stuff, and yeah, crazy stuff. Man.
Yeah, I think where I get my oil change, they just let it drip down to this pit thing, and this pit goes to this big container full of waste oil, and somebody hauls it away. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, because I heard my oil dripping out of the deal.
Well, they do recycle it too, they do clean it up and purify it, and they do actually reuse it.
Right.
Yeah, it's used at McDonald's to fry their French fries.
There you go. And then need for chocolate syrup, hey, a little sugar in it, and whammo.
They put it in yop too, from what I heard. But
yeah.
Helps it slide down your throat a little better.
Yeah.
Oh no. Robert P's oil goes to China to help them keep their homes heated.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. Yeah. We're the ones supposed to be worrying about carbon emissions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time for a haircut story. So
okay, that story.
Yeah. So after I got my oil changed, I went to downtown Essex.
Oh, been there.
I've been there, done that, right? So anyway, I'm walking around and I see this little barber shop, and it's got like Smith and Jones barber shop. Well, I could use a haircut. Okay. So I go in and there's nobody there, and this little old guy who's the proprietor, the barber, I guess. I was just walking by and I thought, hey, I'll stop and get a haircut. Oh no, I'm booked up today. With what? There's nobody here. Can't do it today. I've got lots of appointments now, but can't. Never mind. Don't want my business. I'm out of here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
I went to my regular guy today.
Oh, okay.
There's 3 people sitting on the things. I just took the 4th seat and kind of moved up as each one. And it's okay because, like barber shops, you listen to all the talk, right? So it's entertaining anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't care. Where I got to go.
You look at the girly magazines on the coffee.
Yeah. Andy. Yes. Yeah. Uncle Joe, get out of that pickleball.
Howard were there.
Yeah. So I got my haircut, but not at this.
Not this one.
We're all booked up.
But there was one guy there, and it was all booked up. There's nobody else in the. Yeah.
No, there's no one in there. Just Mr. Barber, and I'm booked up. I can't be here today. Booked up with what? So like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I got it done today with my regular fellow. So.
Okay, fine.
And he doesn't ask you, what number do you want?
Oh, okay. He just said he knows how you cut it.
Yeah. Well, he's got hair similar to mine, really. So I just say, give me whatever you got on the top of your head.
Yeah. But see, now where I go, it's the ladies who cut my hair. And I told them last time how I wanted my hair, so they remember. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you remember that. Same way. Okay, yes.
The guy that cuts my hair remembers how to do it every time.
And I get a discount.
The woman who cut mine, she cut my hair for like over 20 years, and then she moved to Vancouver Island. So then that's why I let my hair grow long, because I can't find anybody who I like cuts my hair the way I like it, right? This last guy, I kind of like him. He's a nice guy. He left it a little too long on top. So next time I go to him, I'm going to say, don't leave it long on top because it falls into my face, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Back, right? So, yeah.
Parber has a hairpiece.
Well, I might have actually found someone that will cut my hair rather than doing it once a year. I might get it done twice a year.
Oh, it grows, Robert. You'll know.
Yeah.
Well, I say people ask me why I let my hair grow wrong, Robert, and I say, well, it's for my friends who can't grow it.
Right.
Twice a year.
See, was for me, they don't have to worry about on top. I'm talking around this part. So
I'm sure they have to snip it a little just so it doesn't go.
Yeah.
Do you do your own mustache?
Yeah. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
Sometimes this one tends to curl, and this one tends to go up like this. And I wake up and one's like this and one's like that. And
I
I'm
used to
like,
have my girl do my beard and mustache, but then with COVID, she wasn't allowed to do it because I had to wear a mask the whole time I was there, right?
Yeah.
So I just went out and I bought one of those wall electric shavers, and that's what I do, and it actually turns out.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to trim it some more. So.
Yeah. Well, I just use scissors for that. I just go like this. I just go like this.
Oh no!
I just go. I just kind of go with the scissors, cut it across. But
How do you make that face again? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Ah!
You better stop.
Something new on the program. Yeah. Yeah.
It's FaceTime. Yeah.
I put Robert P puts his on a 1/4 inch, then trims a bit. Haven't paid for a haircut in 35 years. Woo.
I cut my own. There's
So
no point.
sweet.
Oh yeah. You have to get real close. And you gotta put hair. And you gotta put
I have trouble putting on mascara, so the bottom.
I have trouble because I stick that thing in my eye sometimes and it hurts. Yeah, it's good. Not the eye. It's supposed to get
Even Mick cuts his own hair for the last 20 years.
Yeah. Every time I cut mine, I would have to come home and fix it anyway. And I'm like, well, if I'm fixing it anyway, I may as well just do the whole thing. Save some money.
You look
and do
fine, Tim. You've done a great job.
Well, thanks.
Let me see if I can try something here.
Okay. How would you like to try?
Okay. Did you know?
Oh, there he is.
Vito Scotti has been voted Man of the Year by Time Magazine.
Now, what year was that?
Oh, well, pick a year today, whatever.
Pick a year.
It's like 62 or 6. Well, he was pretty busy in the 60s, like 65. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so he's like every year of the 60s.
Yeah, he was.
Man of the Year.
He was everywhere.
I did. I went to chat. I got that picture of him, and I went to Chat GTP, and I said, "Put Vito Scotti on a Time magazine as Man of the Year," and that's what they created.
Perfect. Really? Good job.
I didn't name him. I just put this picture. I had to put the Vito Scotti on myself. But
did Vito have a brother named Biz?
Yeah, Biz Scotti.
Biz Scotti.
Not that I know of.
Scotty Towns.
Yeah.
Anyway.
According to his obituary, he has daughters.
It turned out really well, I think.
Yeah.
Good job. That was just a publicity still I found online.
Now what happened?
Well,
I must have pushed the wrong button.
I can't see. I'm blind.
See, I can't
see.
Boom, boom. Out go the lights.
Dog.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's worse.
That's worse.
That's back in now.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're back.
come back.
You need to learn those buttons, Doc.
I'm good at this, aren't I? Yeah.
Uh,
Hello. Yeah.
hey, Mike.
Time for
Yes, it
prayer.
is. Yes.
Look, Mike's here. Hello,
Mike's
Mike.
here.
Mike's here.
Mike's here. Brad's not here, but Mike's here.
Yeah.
Mike's here. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
East is here, or some semblance.
Now that is, which one is that? Which one are you? He's not telling me who he is. I think his name is Shadow, because he talked. No, Shadow's in there. I think his name is Black Bear, because Dio's on the floor. Shadow's over here. Yeah, no, that's Shadow, because Shadow's talking.
Doc, why don't you give us the full view of Jeff Katz so we can get this straight?
Let's check out some kitty cat.
Okay, I got it straight now.
Yeah,
All
yeah. We got them all figured out. Hello. Yeah.
No, this is Dio. This is Dio.
You got, which one's this one? Gotta figure out this
I still have, I've had them about a year, and sometimes I still have trouble telling them apart. So they have certain characteristics, you know.
Yeah.
They're just cats.
They're just kitties, aren't you, Dio? Yes. Now go lay down.
No, what else did I have here to entertain with?
What did you have?
Oh, let's do a puzzle. Oh.
Got him.
Oh.
We'll do notebook. How's the notebook?
Okay, that's good.
That's different. That's different. Okay. Caught me. I was not ready. No, let's do a puzzle. Are you ready?
What do we do? Oh.
90% will fail.
How many dots? Wait a minute. I'm kind of distracted here. Geez, I don't know.
Are there any kids watching?
16 dots.
This is what you find on Facebook. You know, they give you these stupid puzzle things that make no sense, and then all of a sudden a picture of. Terrible stuff.
It's like,
Uh-oh. The kids are being too quiet. Gotta go look.
uh-oh. Gotta go see what's going on. What are you kids doing out there?
400 dots. No.
Quite a few.
That's why 98% will fail.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's some dumb trick to it. It's the only way to find out the answer is to click on it. And after you click on it, then you're going to get who knows how many things of spam. And forget that. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, do you have any clickbait, or are you going to wait for that till Sunday?
I think that was pretty big clickbait right there.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
Nearly had a bone to pick with Professor Rock today.
Do you? What could it be?
Nearly did. Well, he did a video of records, like record-setting things. He called them records. He was talking about all these different, longest on the charts and all this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the most highest selling album, and of course he says it's Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
But that my most recent information says it's the Eagles' greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
So he was going on, and people said, but I don't agree, and he's going blah blah blah. And then he says, well, the projected sales are, well, hang on, what's a projected sale? Because they don't really know, right? This is what
projected sale doesn't exist.
Well, it's theoretical, right? So I nearly wrote it. I said, I'm not getting involved in this. So like we have absolute numbers, and then we have projected numbers. Well, you can only measure by the absolute numbers you got. You can't say, well, there might be, you know, in Africa, there might be another 12 million that's sold. Well, there might not be either, you know, like, we don't know. So that was the bone I had to pick with them. Like, it's just like, you can't say that and say it's based on projected sales, which is a real number.
Actual sales.
Don't give me a real number when you don't know how much of that is projected, because it's not.
He's no professor of rock.
Well, anyway, the thing is, Thriller was the biggest selling album, but the recent thing has said that the Eagles' greatest hits now is.
Yeah.
So, anyway, not that it matters. Like, it's just, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but if you're going to inform your audience, have the facts straight. You know.
Well, and the other thing is, he said there's the number for Thriller. He gave a number. I can't remember what it was, but he didn't even give a number for the Eagles' greatest hits. He didn't even give us a number, and he didn't even say how much of that was projected either. So, like, well, you know, projected. What do you know? Let's project that there was another 12 million sold on Mars. You know, like, what the hell? It makes about as much sense.
But you know, a lot of the channels that I used to watch on YouTube, they're all guessing now.
Yeah.
You know, like it used to be the news, but now it's, well, let's make up some news.
Well, when there are actual numbers available, just ignore the projected, because, you know, there could be projected sales of the Eagles' greatest hits too. Like who knows, right? So you just go with the information you got. Don't make stuff up, and don't project. Like, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
There's a lot of not projected, but guesswork going on.
Projected that is guesswork. That's all it is. It's not based on. I don't
want to watch guesswork. I want facts.
It's like saying, well, because they sold, you know, 20 million in America, that means another country of a similar population, there must be another 20 million there. Well, no, not necessarily.
And that shouldn't matter. When Billboard does its chart, still to this day, they only count U.S. Why does it matter if people are buying it in Uruguay? It should be the best-selling albums in America. If they're doing the thing for America, it shouldn't be worldwide, because what do we care about worldwide?
Well, this is where he was getting into problems, because you're right. The only information we have are sales in America. And so he was saying, well, the projected, based on what we sold in America, they're projected worldwide. Well, projected, like, you could be off by tens of millions. Like, how do you know? You don't know that.
Well, especially when every year I'm sure it sells less and less.
And then he gets out and says, like, the year, when did Thriller came out? What was it, 83?
83, yeah.
So he was saying that was the most, like, that year Michael Jackson was the most successful of any artist in any time. And I'm thinking, well, no. What about 1964? Unbelievable. And in the same video, he said the Beatles were so successful that they're the only group that ever held the top 5 slots on the Billboard Top 100.
No.
Okay, so then Michael Jackson never did that. So how come he was more successful than the Beatles were in that? You know.
Yeah.
There was another group that did that, though. The Bee Gees did.
Did they have the top 5?
Not the top 5. They had. I have 5 of the top 10, though.
The Beatles had the top 5.
Yeah, the Beatles had the top 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I think they might have had 2 more. I think they might have had 7 out of the 10.
Right.
It was not.
They had the top 5 slots. And no other
April of '64. I remember that. Or I don't remember that, but I was kind of little. But I've read it before. So.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the end of 1964, the Beatles probably had 5 albums at least in the top, like 40 albums.
Don't give him hate speech. Just go and comment and tell him that his arguments don't give him hate speech. Just
we're gonna bring him down.
You can't project.
We're gonna bring him down.
Just tell him that you can't project sales. Why not just go with the numbers we have? That's all you can. That's a lot.
It's like,
right?
because I don't care how international music is. It's still, you listen to it in your own country. What they play on the radio in England or in Africa or in Ireland is very different from what they play here. You don't go, okay, the number one television show of all time is Top Gear, because we barely even got Top Gear here. It was in the rest of the world, but it was in America, so they wouldn't ever say that here. So why are you doing it with music? It doesn't. It should be, by country.
I do the same thing with like people like comedians, because they voted the best comedian.
I don't know why he was pumping Michael Jackson. But
no.
Oh, Drake. Oh, I call Drake Duck. I call him Duck. His name isn't Drake. It's Duck.
Put him in jail with that Diddy guy. Put them all in there.
He's supposed to be Canadian too.
Supposed to be.
Oh, now you see.
I tell you my experience with Drake. Everybody was on him talking about it. So I went on YouTube one day and just picked one song. Okay, it's not even a song, but I picked one thing he did. And honest, I'm not kidding. In the first 10 seconds, he dropped an F-bomb. He called women bitches, and there's something else really offensive that he said in the first 10 seconons.
Oh God!
It's like, okay, this is popular now.
I bet you I know what letter that something started with.
Yeah.
I can't remember the third thing, but within 10 seconds, he said 3 very offensive things.
But he was found guilty of 2 of the 5 counts. He was found guilty of something with prostitution, I think.
Oh, that Diddy thing! What a hoax that is! Holy cow! Wow,
how much did he get paid people to get him off?
Don't expect justice in New York City. That's the moral.
Oh yeah, they have Ayatollah Mandami or whatever his name is going to be the mayor.
He's not going to be the mayor, but it doesn't matter because they're not going to get a good mayor no matter who, because it's not a good candidate running.
Picking a finger on all fingers on the left hand. So what does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Shows the fingers on the left hand. It's like, well, what does it matter? They're all cut from the same cloth.
And now we've turned into TMZ.
New York's fallen a long way since the days of Bloomberg and Giuliani. It's just gone downhill terribly.
Yeah.
It's weird because my dad went to New York City. He was at a band concert, and not like 1954, the year he graduated from high school. He didn't like it then. He said, "I'm ready to go home. Come back to rural Oklahoma." And now it's.
I like big cities, but I don't. I've only been there once, and it wasn't for a happy experience. But I don't. It's the one big city I think I wouldn't like to live in. I wouldn't like to live in California these days either.
Well,
I used to work.
I mean, OJ got off, right? OJ got off, but he still ended up in jail for another crime. So Diddy's going to do something else.
Yeah.
He'll end up in jail eventually. It's just a matter of time. You guys always.
Did you see the deal on Facebook about the OJ? Oh, sorry. On Facebook, there was a deal about the OJ action figure. There's actually an OJ action figure, and it was on Facebook.
Oh, probably.
Back in the 70s.
Does it come with like a ski mask and
and a knife and some gloves? Yeah, people were asking that. Yeah.
It comes with a suitcase.
Squeeze the hands to get the gloves on. Yeah.
Comes with a suitcase that he jumps over in the airport. Well, one thing's for sure, that OJ can rest peacefully knowing that his wife's killer is dead.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now there was a guy I watch. He's kind of a guy called Dearly Departed. He talks about dead celebrities, and he said on the same newspaper article about the Manson killers, there was a article about a new college football player. His name was Orenthal James Simpson. How interesting that was.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this? You got a invite to come to Canada, you two.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like Oklahoma, thank you. I like rural areas.
Yeah, we don't have big inflatable lakes up here.
Yeah, it's right down the street. They're going to shoot pop bottle rockets at the leg tomorrow night.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's not right.
Okay. Well,
and
Tim can still come to Canada.
and Jeff could walk out his door and see a giant leg lamp, and how many people can do?
Yeah, right down the street.
That's right. I mean, all I have to look at is the ocean and the mountains, eh? Like, what's that compared to a leg?
Poor guy.
It's the Great Lakes state.
I have closed businesses to look at. That's what I have.
Ooh, we might get a nice sunset here.
We're down to, seriously, as far as an actual drugstore, we're down to one drugstore in my city.
Wow.
Now there are still a couple of grocery stores and stuff that have pharmacies, and Walmart and Target, but as far as an actual drugstore, one.
Well, yeah, but you got a drug dealer on every street corner, so you know what? That's
well, no, but I'm saying, but it's a city full of like 80-year-old people, you know, and so you're gonna be standing in line anytime anybody needs a prescription. You're gonna be standing in long lines.
Stock up on your drugs now, folks.
There's nothing left.
Well, we've got a cannabis store in every corner.
Oh yeah, there's several here. There's actually,
yeah, we got them here too.
There's actually one of them went out. There are like 7 of them, 8 of them. Yeah.
We have our first legal one, but there's never any cars. It's funny. There's never any cars in a lot of the legal one, but we still have tons of illegal ones, and those parking lots are always full.
Reminds me of the song "If I Had a Rocket Launcher."
I'd like that for my car, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to go park in front of one of those places and play that song, right?
I just want it for idiot drivers, you know, like when you see them pull.
Yeah, I want James Bond's Aston Martin.
I think that'd be a great option for
Aston Martin. I want his Aston Martin DB5 with the machine guns. That's what I want.
Yeah. In Oklahoma, they have the drink and drive, you know, drunk driving, also stone driving. So you can't drink and drive, you can't smoke and drive.
No, of course not. You can't be under the influence.
Right.
Oh,
Same stuff.
What's this?
That's too funny.
What? It's the calamity of the day.
Well, they had to clear the table. The dinner was over.
I just got a still picture of people standing on a ledge, so I don't know what that was all about.
Like who sets up a dinner party on the edge of a?
Oh, there's a bunch of those. There's
Yeah,
a bunch of those out there.
and then let's just push it off.
Yeah. I saw one this morning. Did you see the one I put on Facebook about the great big lady trying to jump out of the boat into the ocean and she sank the boat?
Oh, caught the tidal wave.
Yeah, it was on Facebook. I put it on Facebook this morning.
Was it?
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not home every minute. I was probably out having a haircut or something.
Yeah, or going for a walk. The guy telling you no, and he had to go to another place.
Well, the latest trend I found now is cars running into things, and they increase miles per hour and see how much damage it causes. But it's all fake because one was like getting up to like 300 miles an hour. You know, it's all. There's one I watched. There was a bus, and this bus was crashing into this big hole.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Road, right? So it did it at like 10 miles an hour, and it gradually gets faster and faster, and it's just stupid.
I saw one where an alligator was attacking a baby elephant.
Yeah.
And one elephant came to his rescue. Yeah.
I just Facebook right now just to see what's there, and shows a picture of a cat and a little kitten, and the cat is saying, "Save my baby, please." Okay.
There's some real ones out there too. I've been watching. There's been a lot coming up on my feed of people rescuing deer that get like caught in pools and mud pits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those are real, actually.
Yeah,
Those,
there's one of the lady pulling a goat out, I think, by the horns.
yeah.
Uh,
I watched one today where there's a deer in somebody's backyard pool, and it was just hanging on for dear life with his paws and his chin on the side of the pool, couldn't get out. So cops came and they pulled it out by the legs, and the thing just took off like a shot.
Robert P. is surrounded by pot. The whole neighborhood
I
is
saw
gone.
one. This must have been Australia or somewhere. I don't know exactly what it was. There's these people in this boat, and all of a sudden they see something coming, swimming at them, and they're like, "What is that?" And it's a friggin' sloth, and he's being chased by a big gator or something. And the sloth climbs into the boat and just hangs out with people till they get ashore, and then it jumps off the boat and leaves. It's like, but it's like he was just one of them. You know, he just sat there and rode on the boat.
Wow. So the people are
cool.
the gator. That's, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
The gator is certain death.
Mm-hmm.
The people who put you in a zoo.
We've been on here for a whole hour.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah, I know. So we better stop and get some station identification.
Can anybody top flavors like these? Toast 'em, topped 'em. In new Toast 'em Fancy Frosted, a luscious lacework of vanilla frosting over blueberry, caramel flavor over peach, swirls of vanilla over strawberry, and rich honey flavor over cinnamon. New Toast 'em Fancy Frosted, the best looking toaster pastry ever. And they taste, even better than they look. New Toast 'em Fancy Frosted Pop-Ups from Post.
Those are just
Look for them at your
I used to eat those. Yeah, they're not as good as Pop-Tarts, but they're pretty good.
I see there are new Pop-Tarts out.
Mm-hmm.
Where are there?
Yeah, something about I guess it's new flavors and stuff, like hot or something.
Modern kids would like that. They would go for that because that's what they do for records. They go to a record store and they go, "Oh, look at that! That's a really nice looking record." They don't actually care what it sounds like. It's just a nice looking record. The same thing with that. It doesn't matter what it tastes like. It looks really nice, so I want that.
Oh, did you see Rick Beato's video on the new AI generated group that has got over 400,000 subscribers or something?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and he got some. He's got some software where he can prove that it's all AI generated, because the software, if it's real, the software can separate out the different frequencies, but if it's AI generated, it can't. So he put this group on, and he said, sure enough, it's all AI generated, the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Welcome
it's actually a group. They're actually now. I said it a couple of weeks ago, like they're going to start.
What did we call them? The Partridge Family?
They're going to start creating these fictional groups, and sure enough, there it is. There's
real people. I hate to say that. I was going to say welcome to the future, but no, welcome to now. This has already happened. I guarantee there's already stuff on the radio that's mostly AI. I guarantee that there already is.
Well, that's
but
pretty.
Nobody cares. As long as nobody cares.
Doing it.
So what's the professor of rock going to say about that?
Oh, who cares? Okay, so yeah, 3 days ago this video came out, and the group, I'll just get it here. Hang on.
Ooh, are you going to share it?
Oh, I can share it if you want. It's called the Velvet Sundown is the name of the group. I can share it if you want.
Okay.
Hang on, let me get up here.
Hey, Ollie.
Yes.
I'm going to stay awake now.
Ollie, you're late.
Yeah. You're an hour late. Yeah, we started an hour ago.
I can it's under present.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I going to get dinged for music?
Well, Rick Beato.
No, if it's AI, and that would be your argument. It's AI, you can't get dinged because AI, everybody uses AI. That's at least according to AI. They steal everybody else's stuff, so you should be able to steal AI.
Wait a minute, that's us.
Oh, look! Whoa! Look at that! Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
Infinity
Oh,
and
you
beyond.
know what? I didn't share the sound. Hang on, I gotta do it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole album.
Ooh.
How do I get rid of this?
That's infinitely creepy.
I gotta. I didn't share the sound.
Okay.
Do that again.
Oh, he could be sleeping.
Also say okay. Yeah. Oh, I guess it was on. I guess the sound was on automatically.
Oh, I get it, Ali. You tuned in so you'd fall asleep. Good thinking.
To share audio, share the tab or screen instead. Oh. All right.
Dead.
All right, I gotta share my my screen. All right, here we go. Share. Come on, share, damn you, share.
I don't see no share.
Okay,
I believe
there's
in life after love. You said
Here's
Okay.
share.
Can you see Rick?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Rick.
Oh, look at Brick Piano.
Friends of mine sent me this band, the Velvet Sundown, and said, "Can you believe this? This is supposedly an AI generated band." So I type it in and I see a bunch of news
Can you hear that
reports
okay?
on this. Here's the first one, Mashable. Is the Velvet Sundown an AI generated band? Digital music news, possible AI artist. Velvet Sundown tops 370,000 Spotify listeners. It's actually way beyond that now. Stereo Gump, AI generated psych rock band. The Velvet Sundown racks up hundreds of thousands of Spotify streams. Music Alley, the Velvet Sundown are seemingly AI generated band with 325,000 listeners. Well, as of today, they have 473,000 monthly listeners, which is pretty insane for a band that has really no history.
Okay, first let's listen to a little bit of this song. I guess it's their single, Dust on the Wind, not to be confused with Dust in the Wind by Kansas. So here it is from the top.
Even Rick Piano likes it.
Oh, it sounds good.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground,
But these people
smoke
calling
in the sky, no peace found.
Not AI.
Run red, the drums roll slow. Tell me, brother, where do we go?
Now, let me read a little of one of these articles. This is from Mashable. This is by Cristiana Silva. Have you heard of the Velvet Sundown? It's kind of like the Velvet Underground, except the Velvet Underground is definitely real. The jury is still out on the Velvet Sundown. The band's photos look remarkably AI generated, too clean, not quite textured enough, oddly inhuman, yet it's racked up more than, and now at this time, 474,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Their bio reads that they are quietly spellbinding and uses these odd, unspecific metaphors so common in AI-generated text, like comparing the band's music to a scent that suddenly takes you back somewhere you didn't expect. The Velvet Sundown aren't trying to revive the past. Their Spotify bio reads. They're rewriting it. They sound like the memory of a time that never actually happened, but somehow they make it feel real. But in the end, there's no actual proof that the band is AI generated, and therein lies the struggle. When AI music becomes difficult to catch, whose job is it to catch it? It's my job. So let's see if there are some tools that can catch whether these are AI generated. I have an idea here. Let's go over to the computer to check this out. Before we go on, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Of course.
Begin with playing an old song and breaking it apart into these separate tracks using AI, and we'll listen to hear if there are artifacts. Artifacts are just weird things that sound garbled. With old songs or new songs, it should be able to split it apart pretty well. And if it's an AI tune, it should have a problem doing that. That's my supposition. So let's see if we're right. I'm going to start with a Led Zeppelin song. So that's my old song. I'm going to use Good Times, Bad Times and see how well it splits out the vocals, the drums, guitars, and so on and so forth. Okay, so here we go. Guitars.
It's Led Zeppelin, everybody. Bing,
Drums.
bing, 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 bing.
The days of my youth, I was told what it means to be a man.
Wow, freaky. It's confusing.
You notice the reverb sounds complete at the end of it, and the reverb at the end of the vocal lines. Listen.
No matter how I try, I find my way into the same old jam.
You can hear some artifacts in the reverbs, but that's pretty amazing for a song that was recorded on analog tape 55 years ago.
Yeah.
Listen to this part here with the drums.
Rid of me. She swore that she would be all.
Okay, so it's splitting out this track really well. Let's move to a contemporary song and see how it does. All right, I'm going to start with the Sabrina Carpenter song, Man Child. Now, don't click off the video because I want to see how it does. Now, here's
Damn,
How dare you?
Your phone's broken, just forgot to charge it. Oh, outfit you're wearing, God, I hope it's ironic. Did you just
Who farted?
does a great job with it. Really cleanly splits the tracks out. Next, let's move on to the Velvet Sundown to see if we can tell if it's AI generated. Now, if it is, what I suspect is that it will be difficult for it to separate the tracks, and you're going to hear a ton of artifacts in the different parts. Let's actually take the verse part here.
Look at all that blue at the bottom. Ew.
Yeah.
Like,
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red, the drums roll slow. Tell me, brother.
not bad. Let's listen to the guitars here. That's bad. Okay.
That's awful.
Let's listen to the drums.
It's a drum machine.
5-year-old.
Coffee cans.
Raise your
Let's see what else we got here. That's it. So this sounds like the AI program that I'm using is having a lot of trouble splitting these apart. I'm actually using the one that's in Logic Pro. So this is Apple's version of AI that is a
Shout out to Apple.
and it does a really good job typically of doing it. But this is having a lot of problems. And I suspect that it may be because this is an AI track. And every time that you have an AI song, they are full of artifacts. And why is that? Well, one of the reasons is that it's trained on MP3s. As far as I know, it's trained on very low quality MP3s where they feed in the entire mix. So it can't actually separate out the parts. So the real important data that these AI companies need, like Suno or Udio or Udio, however you say it, is they need multi-tracks so they can hear the voices and things like that. But one of the problems is that even if you have the multi-track, you don't have the effects that were used in the mix unless they were printed in the session, which is possible. But for old songs, that's not the case. But you can hear how this is really struggling to separate out the guitar parts and the keyboard parts and things like that. You hear some vocal parts that have a little weird artifacts in them, but the guitars and keyboards it's doing a really bad job.
So what does it mean if these are fully AI generated artists and they are getting streams on Spotify? Well, presumably they're getting paid, and they're getting paid really on the work of other people that learn to play instruments, that learn to write songs, learn to write lyrics. They're getting paid off the work of producers that learn the craft of production by audio mixers, by audio engineers, and all the people that it took historically to make this kind of music or make any kind of music? And should they really be getting paid for that? And what are the mechanisms for detecting it and for fighting against it, honestly? Or maybe it shouldn't be fought against. Maybe these people are prompters and they're professional prompters and they should get paid whatever they get paid. But should it be 100%?
No.
I don't know. Are they getting paid? What are they getting paid? These are all questions that are important to ask. I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave a comment, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Rick Beato.
Well, I would love to know your thoughts.
Yes. Tell us about your thoughts over in the comments.
And you can
Don't
hear
forget to subscribe. Oops.
it sounds good when it's all together, but when he splits it up, every track has distortion and stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be there. Like that's what he's saying, right?
Can I make a point that he got wrong? I think we should not have to prove that that's AI. They should have to prove they're real, which is easy. They just show up and do a gig somewhere. Or even show up for an interview and wave and say hello. Why should we have to prove that they're AI? It's much easier for them to prove that they're real.
Not really. Remember what happened to Milli Vanilli when they showed up?
Yeah, but at least they were real people.
Yeah, but at least they were using real pictures of real people on the album covers and stuff.
Exactly.
How are they going to find 4 people that look like these AI generated people? This is what I'm saying. It's even if they don't perform, even if they just show up and wave at the camera.
The 4 of us could be the next sensation. We can
Yeah.
So that's what he got wrong. We shouldn't have to prove it's AI. They should have to prove they're real.
Interesting,
Which is
though,
easy.
eh?
It's simple.
Like
It's easy. It's
like I
not
was
hard.
saying a couple of weeks ago, it's a matter of time before we start getting completely fictitious bands being created here. And there's one right there. Like
All they have to do is show up on the Mike Douglas show,
Well, maybe not Mike Douglas, but yeah, the ever popular Mike Douglas.
I want to see them on American Bandstand.
That'd be interesting.
That would be a thing. Get them on
But
American
it's interesting, though, that you're going to have people who are going to buy this thinking it's a real band, and I think that's where the problem is. It's a deception, right? And like it's a moral deception. And to me,
I already think we have that problem because probably 75% of the music you hear on the radio is just some guy doing computer programming, coming up with tracks, which isn't much different from AI. And if they're using AI assistants at all, which I almost guarantee they are, that it's the same thing. Almost. I mean, it's close enough. You know,
anyway, it's an interesting dilemma, isn't it?
Ooh.
You know,
what's the
All I
person
can say is
to
this.
say about that? Oh, don't start that. Now I'm not ready. Yeah. You got a job there.
I'm gonna start whenever Paul shows up to our stream. First thing out of my mouth is gonna be bum 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 bum. Paul's theme song.
You're gonna have to change my avatar.
Why not? And you apparently do look like that. So
I can use Baylock as my new avatar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a channel. That's it. I'm creating a channel called Baylock. That's it.
Okay. Baylock channel.
I want to see
How
that.
I can talk like this though.
Wow.
It's hard to talk like that. Doesn't sound good.
Now the real Baylock was played by Ronnie Howard's little brother.
Yeah, Clint Howard. Yeah.
Yeah, we was like 10 years old or something.
He does look like that.
I think he was younger than I. He was only like 5 or 6, I think, when he did that.
Oh, was he? Okay,
Yeah.
may have been.
Pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the worst voice dubbing ever on television.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah.
There's something creepy about it. There's something very creepy about it.
It was
that I
very
like.
creepy. Yeah. They went on to do Gentle Ben.
Mm-hmm. And lots of bad movies.
He was in Apollo 13. Remember,
Yeah.
he was one of the guys in the control room.
Mm-hmm. He's been in a bunch of bad horror films.
Oh yeah, like he didn't have the career his brother did. But,
Right.
That's fine.
We still had a career, and his dad had a career too. His dad was popping up all over the place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Howard brothers did well as the Three Stooges.
Well, two of them anyway.
Yeah.
Four?
Were there four Howards? I think there's only three Howards.
Three, yeah.
Wait a minute.
But never all together.
Not
Only,
all three of them.
only in one scene. So
That one with the lion or whatever it is.
They had him sitting in the train.
There's three Howard brothers. Everybody knows. There's Curly, Moe, and Shump.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, and Herbert and Vito Scotti.
Winkin,
Blinkin, and Nod, and Zeppo.
And there was two other Howard brothers who were not in show business.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some food.
Okay.
Oh. Anybody else want some food? Yay!
Oh, I ate a couple hours ago. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's
Yop time. Okay.
yes, that's all.
I'm going to have some water.
Oh, okay. Well, in the meantime, we'll watch this little mountain Oh,
The carnage.
I know. And the people who tried to go down with the ship.
If I'd have built that, I'm just saying, if I'd have built that, I think on the top part, I may have put a railing too. Why is there a railing on the side where there's nothing to fall off into, but where there's a sheer cliff face, there's no railing?
I don't know. There's something about AI. Alligators eating goats and stuff.
Yeah, eating puppies and eating.
I know.
Maybe sheep and.
All that kind of stuff. At least on that last one, it came out had in brackets, not real. So you have fooled me. No, it's fake.
AI, gorillas invading Swedish homes, all kinds of weird AI stuff.
It is. That's what you should do. Just ignore it.
Yes, just ignore it.
It'll go away. Just ignore it. Whenever you're in the store or somewhere and a big gorilla comes out, it's AI, kids. Ignore it. Go away. There's no such thing. No such thing. Yeah. Easiest thing you could do.
This is true.
Yeah. So that's today's words of wisdom.
I know we don't do Death of the Week on Thursday, but I have to say R.I.P. Michael Madsen.
Oh yeah, he was a pretty good actor. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sad. I didn't know he was ill or anything.
Oh, I didn't get the memo either.
You didn't get that? You didn't know that? Yeah, Michael Madsen died today.
Oh, ooh.
I saw it a minute ago.
Was he in the Partridge Family or
No.
What was
He's in
he?
all kinds of things, including Kill Bill.
Films.
Both Kill Bills. What was that biker film they made after Kill Bill that was like they made this like 60s biker film, if they could be made in the 60s. It was really good. It was this exploitation film. I mean, tons of like nudity and stuff, the kind of stuff they couldn't do in biker films in the late 60s. They made one, like, let's pretend this is 1969 or whatever.
Well, apparently he died of cardiac arrest at age 67.
Wow, yeah, he wasn't that old, but yeah.
Well, we've basically all outlived him.
I know.
That means we're next. Any day now, any one of us.
Yeah.
I haven't outlived him, and Jeff hasn't outlived him.
No. Doc, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means I could have cardiac arrest within seconds.
Well, you can have cardiac arrest when you're 18. I mean.
Yeah, but the further this goes along, the chances are that cardiac arrest could wipe me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is old folks talking about mortality again, kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yesterday morning I sent off my Medicare papers, so
Oh,
you know.
good for you. So, is it going to cause the money to show up in your mailbox?
No, I'm just going to be able to go to the doctor, and they're going to say, "Oh, can I see your Medicare card, sir?" Here, okay.
Got one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm good.
You do have to pay a copay of $250, though. So okay. Mm.
What do you mean it'll be the cereal's fault?
Might be.
No, that cannot be. They're so healthy.
Mm-hmm.
No. Hang on for a second. Let me show you what I got.
Doc doesn't know you're not supposed to eat like 4 boxes in a sitting.
Or a gigantic bowl of cereal. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but look at the size of a cereal bowl. I mean, he's got to fill it.
Exactly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a load of this, kids. You think I buy a lot of cereal? You might be right. Look the other way. Kellogg's Corn Pops in the giant size.
So that might last you a couple of days.
Since my hernia surgery, I'm not allowed to lift anything.
Well, I know you might have a little trouble with this, but yeah. That's a lot of pops.
Well, it's a lot of popping.
How long does it last you?
A week.
3 days.
In gigantic bowls and everything, yeah.
Well, look at the size of that bowl on there. Whoa!
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Doc,
pop.
do you sleep with that at night? Do you cuddle up and?
Yeah, they were called sugar pops at one time.
They were Kellogg Sugar Pops.
Yeah, but
they were good too.
Yeah. Well, hang on. I have.
And they're a good snack because if you leave them in the cupboard for 6 months, they all, squish together, and you can all have a big bag of Sugar Pops.
Yeah, look at here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like popcorn.
Oh.
Now the thing is, Canadian corn pops
Mm-hmm.
are like Tricks, or any one of those that comes in a round ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ours don't look like that at all.
Yeah, exactly. So like these are American corn pops. They're like popcorn, and if you eat the Canadian ones that are like these little hard balls, they kind of do a number on the top of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
these are much safer.
Okay.
Boy, yes. So remember, kids, if you're gonna buy corn pops by Kellogg's, buy the American ones. Save your mouth. Your dentist will thank you.
Doc, you could take that over and give it to Robert P., and he could feed his grandkids with that.
Maybe.
Yeah, they need.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Robert P. went and saw the knee doctor. Said full replacement our knee first November 7th.
Really?
Oh.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Good luck.
We're supposed to be going to North Carolina in October, so you won't be able to do as much walking down.
Hey, any word? Anybody hear anything about Brad's surgery?
They got it all.
His whole head?
Yeah. They got a couple shovels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Brad wasn't using it, so they just lopped it right off.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Out trip first stock.
That's cool.
Out trip first stock.
I think it's supposed to be our trip first. He's going there, and then he's getting the knee surgery.
Right.
Brad said he's doing good, just hurts a lot.
Okay, that's good. Hope he's feeling okay.
I hope he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was mostly topical. on the top of his head. So they got out the shovels and the rakes and they're digging and digging and and all this kind of stuff. And they said, "Yeah, we got it all. Yep. And then they showed him a carrot. So yeah, and they dug deep.
Wow.
And sometimes they had to bring in the heavy artillery like jackhammers and stuff.
Yeah. Struck oil maybe.
Yeah, but it turned out for the best. It all turned out good from what we hear. So, Brad's okay.
Brad's
I
okay.
hope so. But it would be funny if the next time we see him, he had a full head of hair as a side effect.
Ooh. Whoa.
Comes out looking like William Shatner. Oh my goodness!
I was picturing more like Wink Martindale for some reason. That kind of hair.
Wouldn't that be something? I think he'd look more like Joe Garagiola.
Oh, okay. Well, a little bit around this way.
I guess so.
He already does. He already does look.
He already does look like Joe. Yeah.
Okay. What button do I push now? This one. After all these years, wouldn't want hair again. Really?
Oh.
Huh. That's not what I see on television. All these baldish people going like, I wish I had hair. The women would love me more if I had hair. That's a totally different thing that I hear. I don't know. Jeez. Oh gosh. What's happened here? Oh, okay. trying to figure out what's happened to this show. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm behind. I have plenty of women here. Yeah, but they're all like 4 years old. I don't know if that counts. Wolf to you too. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I haven't brought up yet besides Yop. No, think everything was taken care of. Cool. Wife, 4 daughters, 4 granddaughters, 2 grandsons, and maybe even some puppies and kittens. Who knows? It's a house full, and it's a mess. We got to see a little of it earlier, and it's just like, oh gosh. Don't be walking around at night because you're gonna have a sore feet. Ew. You probably Lego all over the place. That's the worst thing. Or ice cream. I heard the grandson left ice cream out. I don't want to eat anymore. Just set it somewhere and then, look what we found 5 hours later. Gosh. I will let Tim and Doc grow the hair.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
hey, Brad.
Oh, Brad's here.
You talk about him, and there he is. Hope you're all right, Brad.
Yeah, hope you're doing good.
Yes, I am putting the link up. Post.
Well, I'm assuming that he's all right, or he wouldn't be here in the chat.
Yeah. Hello, Brad. Brad's here. Yeah.
Because as important as this chat is, I'm not sure he would be here.
This is so important. I know this is a show that is like looked forward to by millions and billions of ants. So
yeah.
And 2 or 3 uncles.
Yes, this is true.
Bob's your uncle.
Uncles everywhere.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Yes, Uncle Bill. Yeah. Oh, this game is stupid. 11-7. What? Jeez. Anyway, while we wait.
What are we waiting for?
I find it funny every time you watch a baseball game, Doc. They play like 168 games a year, and you expect the Tigers to win every one. And if they don't, you're ready to
especially against bad teams.
Brad's here.
He is. He's in a lot of pain. And it is so hard too.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Well, it's better than being soft, I guess.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah. Well, at least so I hear it went well, Beetle Brad. So that's good.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear they got it all.
Good.
It took a while, but they dug and they dug and they dug and they put out the flashers and had those, what do you call those people that hold up the signs and stop and go.
I have a friend who just had a big tumor removed from his arm. He just turned 80 too. He's older, but they actually did a skin graft. They took the skin from his thigh and grafted it onto his arm. That's how bad the tumor was, but
Mhm.
they got it all, so that's good.
That's good. Mhm.
Yeah, every time they do those skin grafts, they take skin from the nether regions or something.
Well, it's usually from your thigh. I guess the skin is.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
If you have hairy legs, then what a bonus!
Well, exactly. You end up with a head full of hair.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would be kind of neat.
Apparently, they just take a couple of layers of skin. Like they don't go right down to the meat, but because they obviously that has to heal as well. So
Granddaughter brings Robert P. the Gumby and Pokey. Papa, why do you have toys? Because we need them. We need them.
Yeah.
We have toys too.
Good
We
question.
do.
Yes. You just reach up here. What do we have?
And the older we
Papa
get,
Smurf.
Hey.
Why do we have toys? Hey.
Papa Smurf.
Yeah,
Papa
my
Smurf.
toys are over there, but yeah, I have them.
Okay. Look. In the dark.
Hey.
Beetle Brad's here.
It's the snowman. Even the snowman's glad to see me.
They got you all bundled up, huh?
What? Yeah.
Yeah. What? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You're all dark. What happened?
I'm all dark.
What
It's
happened?
dark, man.
There we go.
It's dark, man.
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
Bandaged up.
It looks like you have a big toothache.
So they got you on. They got you on any painkillers or what's going on?
Yeah, they got me on painkillers, but it's not helping much. But I mean, I'm all bandaged up. You have to change the bandage every single day.
Yeah.
So, but they.
Do you go to the hospital to do that, or can you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was really pretty rough. I mean, they couldn't get it to go back together, because they split it open pretty thick. There's two big spots.
Yeah.
So the nurse had to push my skin together while they sewed it up, and I said to her, I can feel it. So they had to give me more
painkiller,
not Novocaine, but
arsenic,
painkiller. I can't think of it now.
And
Heroin.
And it's like, I just got to hit you over the head with that hammer a little harder. That's all.
Yeah. But, the nurse, like I said, she had to put the skin together, and then they sewed it together. They sewed one of them up, and then they put staples in my head too.
My goodness. Oh, you're gonna look like Frankenstein.
Oh, and the other one, they couldn't get it to close, so it's a completely open wound. So
Yeah. It'll close on its own.
it's a free facelift.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, why do you
you look just like Tom Selleck now.
yeah. So
I-
it's
I-
pretty bad.
I was wondering why you're wearing a women's garter.
Well, this is to keep the patch
Yeah.
on my head. I mean, I got a whole big patch up here. It was much bigger the other day, but
Yeah.
gauze and all that kind of stuff. And they've got a like a big patch, but this is just to keep the patch intact.
What are they giving you for painkiller?
I forgot the name of it, but it's really not that strong. I mean, I'm really suffering. I mean, I'm in a lot of pain. I mean, I'm sleeping probably maybe 2 to 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in a lazy boy chair because I can't. They told you not to put your head back because
Mhm.
it'll
Can you
pop
do?
open the seams.
Can you take Tylenol 3 at all, or
Yeah, kind of. I'm taking some Tylenol.
They probably.
why is that? Because like when I did my surgery, I ended up getting constipation, and that could affect you that way too. There you go.
Getting
Yeah.
2020 flashbacks.
Yeah.
Start calling you Hannibal.
Oh, not heroin. No.
Jimi Hendrix was here a couple hours ago, and
AKA Hannibal Lecter.
Jim Morrison stopped by.
Oh wow!
But anyway, you make me small. I feel weird being large.
We just want a good look.
Yeah, as you're feeling better.
I'm not stuffing my face anymore here, so.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, did you see Gur's new face?
No.
Oh,
okay.
Look at that. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh God!
It's gonna be my new avatar.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's.
I changed my thing, AKA Baylock, so I'm not.
How do you spell that anyway?
Hi, Robert.
BALOK.
Baylock.
Yeah. Baylock.
Fit to be Baylock.
Fit to be Baylock.
I hope this won't be your thumbnail for the
beam me
show,
up,
Doc.
Beam me up, Baylock. Yeah.
But
well, it's good to see you anyway.
Yeah. I'm glad it's
better.
over with. I mean, golly, it took forever. And they had to go back in 2 times to dig it out, Because you have to sit around and wait while
yeah, they
do
put
it.
up a little sign, "Men at Work," and the little flashy signs.
Yeah.
Stop suffering, take buffering.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, my head's killing me right now.
Did they give you some pops to eat?
Yeah. Looks like a pillow.
This will last you maybe a couple days.
Yeah. Yikes.
It's 2 meals for Doc.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I got home and I threw up about 9 or 10 times.
Oh, right. Well, that could be the anesthetic too, right?
Your medicine.
Yeah. Between that and having a blowout.
They didn't put you out though, like it wasn't a general, right? They just did a local on you.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you'd know you were conscious through it all, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they didn't put you out. Oh,
So they didn't put you out. No.
I wish they did.
Yeah, imagine. But DC Toon Time wishes Beatle Brad all the best. He had brain surgery 7 years ago, and he's just fine, I think. Well, hope that turned out well.
That's a start.
What, this reminds Robert P. of a Little Rascals episode?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, remember when you used to get toothaches? They used to bandage your head and put.
Oh, yeah. Three Stooges stuff. Tim's actually speechless. I'm sure. I thought Tim would have something else to say.
No, I went into a coughing fit for some reason. That's why I went away. Still not talking well yet.
So they got it. They got it all, and now you
That's
just
good.
gotta, you just
I
gotta
think
heal.
so.
Good.
So
Kimba says hello.
So I have to change the bandage every day, and then I have to wash it and change the bandage every day, and then 3 weeks they take the staples out. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, exactly.
They don't want you doing that at home.
I got
We
one.
may have to put the staples back in.
I got one of those staple removers if you want to borrow it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if we miss one, I can put a few back in. Yes.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Sometimes it helps working at an office. You get extra benefits.
Oh, did you steal that?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's his 5-figure discount.
I was going to say, yeah, there it is.
I need a stapler stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
They'll never
follow
miss it.
Doc home.
Yeah.
You can
They'll
be like
never miss it.
a friend of mine stole a salt and pepper shaker from a restaurant we were eating at one time. Then a year later, he returned them empty.
Probably wanted a refill.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that's what you do. And then you say, "Excuse me, the salt and pepper shakers on this table are empty." And then they go fill them, and then you steal them again.
There's my staple remover. You just go into the staple and it lifts it out.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, nice and easy, yeah.
Well, I could do it quick so you don't get too much pain.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll practice here.
No, it doesn't.
I can retain water now.
Ooh. Oh, so when you take a drink, it doesn't like squirt out the top of your head?
I look like Herman Munster.
Yeah.
Camel. We'll start calling you Beatle Camel.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on coming on, but I thought, well, you might as well.
Well, yeah, good if I see it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a traumatic thing to go through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the needles were terrible for the Novocaine stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I put the staples in, DC, I'll do
Yeah,
that
right.
for free. I'll take them out for free, but someone else will charge like a quarter.
Have fun with the horde, Robert.
Quarter a staple,
Yeah. So I won't be buying vinyl for a while after this operation. That
What?
was expensive.
That can't be.
I know. I got to cut back at least a day.
Oh, so you must have had some medical coverage, though, right? Or not much.
It's Buddy's coverage. You know.
Oh, this was done at PetSmart.
Yeah.
Wow.
They couldn't get you into a regular hospital, so they decided to do the operation at PetSmart.
Well,
Exactly.
Oh,
that's
gee.
good things done quicker than doctors.
Did it through the CVS drugstore through the drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Some guy in the back alley named Guido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a friend of mine. He works at the doctor's office, and they, they'll have the flu shots and stuff like that, and they'll put up signs saying, come see us for your drive-by shooting, because they give you they can give you a needle for your flu shot, like a drive-through, and so they call it a drive-by shooting.
That's clever.
Oh,
We've dog. Oh dear.
Yeah, could be. The problem with my house is the top. They lie at the top of the stairs, and it looks out the front of the house where the front door is, and then we got this big window above the front door, so they see everything that goes on outside, and they bark at everybody that walks, and we got a lot of people walking their dog, and they
People walk their cats.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they do.
They walk themselves too.
well, it's like Buddy. He'll bark, and then he'll put his head back down and yawn. It's like, I'm not going to bother to get up,
I've done my part. Don't ask me to do any more.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, when's time to eat?
Oh.
See, there's a kitty cat right there. Like,
Right there. There's another one there laying there. I got two of them laying right there.
So I don't know. Did you see the part where we showed the Rick Beato thing about the AI band?
No.
Yeah, there's a band out now that's all AI generated. They're not real.
Really?
What a shame.
It's a matter of time. I predicted it would happen, and there it is.
Didn't take long.
Didn't take long.
Yeah.
And soon we'll have more. Vito Scotty will start making appearances again.
They're called the Velvet Sundown, so don't buy any of the records. They're not real people.
Uh-oh. I got to go cancel my order.
Yeah, they even have the Professor Rock confused.
Yeah.
He'll be
Don't
telling
buy an
you what-
all analog pressing of one of their albums because it'll be
Yeah.
blank.
Exactly. You got a new shirt, Doc.
I do. Oh, this one?
Yes.
Well, it's not that new, but you just haven't seen it, I guess.
It's a little faded.
Well, it gets put in the washer, you know. It fades a little, you know. You put in
Looks like it's
scoops
black.
of Tide, and
Yeah.
this is what happens. But
what
I learned that when you do your laundry, the best thing to do is put it in, not upside down, but inside out.
Yeah, apparently that's
Yeah,
supposed to help.
I don't think the washer cares if you put your laundry in upside down.
No,
I don't
really,
think
really,
it makes much of a
really, it
difference.
does.
It does supposed to help. It doesn't fade the.
Yeah, it doesn't fade as much. That's right.
That's,
Really?
Yeah, apparently that's
Yep.
what they
There you
recommend.
go. See, I
always
think
well that came to light back in the iron-on days when you used to like iron your own stuff onto your own shirts. They always said do it inside out and it will last much longer. It was the same for anything.
The other thing, I bought some tie-dyed shirts on Vancouver Island a few years ago, and they said, so what you do is before you wash them, soak them in a vinegar and water solution, and it helps set the dye in the shirt. And then before you wash them, they won't fade when you wash them. It won't bleed when you wash.
Wow.
Tie-dye shirts are notorious for bleeding, right? The colors all bleed into each other, and so I did that. It actually worked. So I bought a gallon of vinegar, white vinegar, and mixed it in a pot with water, and just put them in there, let them soak, and then I washed them, and it actually worked.
Your shirts and I are doing the exact same thing. I'm bleeding every day.
Yeah.
I'm still bleeding actually. That's why I'm changing the bandage because I'm bleeding
Up
a
your
lot.
head bleeding?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you're gonna have to start to buy new pillows.
Yeah.
You know, they say a good bleeding will cure a lot of ills. You know.
It doesn't scab or quit or anything like
It
that.
hadn't scabbed up yet. You know, my wife was looking at it and she's like, "No, it's not scabbed up yet. It's you know, we gotta wash it off because there's a lot of blood up there still."
Wow.
Yeah, it'll bleed for a while.
Ugh.
It's great.
Yeah.
There must be something we can do. Super glue.
Yeah.
Just spread some super glue up there. That'll stop everything.
I was going to suggest duct tape, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, might hurt to take it off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the downside. Yeah.
Duct tape.
Duct tape. What's that stuff that they use? You know, they put it on the side of a hull of a boat and the boat floats. That stuff.
The guy has a screen door on the bottom of his boat, and he
puts that.
Puts that black goop all over it. And
So, Brad, go get some black goop and put it on your.
That's what I need. Black goop.
Yeah.
Black goop.
Yeah.
Black goop.
Anyway,
Dogs approved.
Yes.
I got a package arriving. It's nothing exciting.
Oh.
Just electronic.
Every time the dogs bark, it could be like the package is in.
Oh, the next bark will definitely be the package. So, anyway.
Ooh. How exciting!
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really. Aren't you having stuff delivered to your home like gigantic bags of corn pops?
Better not eat all that in one sitting.
I've got some stuff. I'll show you the stuff I got.
No, that's 3 breakfasts for Doc.
No, that's at least 2 or 3. Depends on if you have a second helping, and then it's only 2.
Yeah, really.
Well, that's why I've got the big bowl, so I don't have to get a second helping.
It's like Jethro would always have a big bowl of cereal.
Well, that kid had 5 bowls, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. He did, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'd be mixing bowls or something.
I have a product recommendation.
Ah.
So we have one of our dogs made some accidents and stained our carpet in the bedroom.
Oh no!
Nice.
And couldn't get him out with a shampooer, but I bought some of this stuff yesterday.
Hello.
Called Shot.
Oh.
Hot Shot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This stuff works like a hot damn.
Yeah, we have stuff for our cats too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't believe how good it works.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've been trying to get the stain out for like the last 2 weeks, and I'm just making no
And
progress.
that did it in 5 minutes.
Well, you spray it on and it works instantly, and then I just went. You can sop it up with a towel or something, but I've got one of those Hoover rug shampooers.
Yeah,
so I just went over it with that and sucked it all up with that, and it worked great.
Yeah, sure. Blame it on the dogs.
You put those things down, and you annoy the hell out of my cats.
Got caught short. Anyway, yeah. So that's if you got spots on your carpets, try this, guys. And this was only like $10, I think, for this.
Okay.
So
relatively inexpensive.
Yeah, I got it off Amazon. I'm gonna get another one just out in the house.
I think I've seen that in the store, though. I don't think you have to go to Amazon.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. I just, but it works really well. So don't give it a shot if you got a stain that won't come up that way.
This will come in handy for Brad because
how it worked instantly. Like I put it on, and watch it just disappear. Like where did it go?
Yeah, cool. Look, DJ Trish is there.
DJ Trish.
Hey, Trish.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Trish.
DJ Trish is here.
Long time no see. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Listen for fireworks. I don't hear any yet.
At least you think it's fireworks.
Well, I've been having fireworks. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard them. I've been.
Yeah, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with somebody talking fireworks. Yeah.
Paul's getting his sparklers.
The next couple of nights.
In that size. I wish. I wish they sold ding dongs.
It's almost time for Doc to go off.
What are ding dongs again?
Those big things that look like Twinkies are in the foil.
I thought they were like kind of chocolate covered hockey pucks.
Yeah, they're in the foil.
You know what a king don is? A king don is the same thing as a ding dong.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you know what a king don is.
You got a nice fruit filling.
Covered hockey puck.
Two different companies make.
And if you leave them, a little while, they do get kind of hard. But yeah.
Whatever, but
Jeff, you sound like you're talking from experience.
Yeah.
Well, we've all had experience with ding dongs once in a while.
Yeah.
I dated a couple.
Paul brought something back with him. What could it be?
Oh, it's just a USB hub for
ooh, look at that.
Putting USB things in, memory
Nice.
External drives, that kind of
It's
thing.
like a nice one.
Yeah, it was a little more expensive, but it's pretty cool.
Electronic.
Each one of those is a different slot. And you can little buttons. You can turn them on and off, as you want.
Neat.
So yeah,
everyone should
I
have.
think it was like $60 or something. But
Yeah. DJ Trish wants to know what that thing around Brad's head is.
It's a girdle.
It was a wild party. No, Trish, I had cancer on top of my head, and they did an operation, and so I'm all bandaged up top. But they had to have this so the bandage wouldn't move. So yeah, I had cancer removed a couple days ago.
Yeah, it looks like he went to a wedding and caught the girder.
Yeah, really.
Look at me, I caught the girder.
I guess
Literally.
it was too deep because I thought they might have tried like lasering it, but I guess it was too deep in your skin or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, she went in with a scalpel. I think she just enjoyed doing that, actually.
Hey, she's not related to the mail lady, is she? Because there could be a connection there. I'm just saying.
Trish sends her prayers, Brad.
Oh no.
What's this?
Oh, she's
DJ Trish sends Brad prayers for Brad.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get different colors for tomorrow.
Yeah, really. Yeah, she's probably tied in with my mail lady.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems a little suspicious. That's all.
Yeah.
How suspicious is it?
As I'm leaving the hospital, she's like, "Here's your painkillers. By the way, I'm delivering your mail tomorrow."
Is Michael Madsen too late for Death of the Week? No, he's just in time for this week.
No, yes, might be this
that's
week.
on Sunday. That's on Sunday.
Yeah,
This is Thursday, yeah. A couple of days ago.
Unless, of course, he's beaten out by June Lockhart and Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, you know what other news I heard today, and it was kind of like it came up on Facebook or something. Apparently, Lou Gramm of Foreigner, for the 50th anniversary, he's going to go out and do shows with the fake Foreigner band because there's
really
like the guys on Foreigner, none of them have actually recorded anything on album. But Lou Gramm apparently is going to do it, which is, I don't know if it's a good idea or not, because the last time I heard Lou Gramm sing, it was like he shouldn't be singing.
Oops.
Well, he's just old and tired, like he sang at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, and it was like, oh man, I wish he hadn't done that. Because I used to love his singing, but he.
Yeah, so to have him.
Anyway, that's what they're talking about now, doing they're calling it a reunion tour, but he's the only original member. Like none of the guys are. How can you call it reunion? Like, why don't you just call it the Lou Gramm tour? Because that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my! Rick 9G had a live stream the other night and answered his question. Wow, James Farley. Whoa.
Nice.
You're really lucky, James.
Yeah. What was your question, and what did he?
That's great.
And what did he lie to answer it with?
Very special.
Yes. Well, I remember when I was young, and I typed something in, and somebody read what I had typed, and I went, somebody famous answered my question and read my post.
Doc, you should do a video. I know what your latest video should be.
What?
Rick 9G did a stream the other night, and you didn't know.
And you missed it.
You didn't know.
He's gonna make us wait till Sunday to hear about it.
That's definitely a video right there. Yeah.
Sure is.
I know we have Ulster, and you missed, or
you didn't notice.
You didn't notice because we weren't supposed to notice.
Oh man.
Luckily, he's not coming up on my feed anymore. I must have got rid of him somehow. But that damn professor of rock won't go away. This girl swore on a song and made it a hit or whatever the hell it was. Christopher Cross hearted my comment on his Facebook.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow. Yeah. That is so cool.
You got noticed by someone famous.
I took my medicine, and Jimi Hendrix was here this afternoon.
Okay.
He was helping out.
Him and Albert were both riding that pink elephant.
Take some of
Are you taking the same stuff I am?
Cool.
You didn't see a caterpillar sitting on a mushroom with a hookah pipe, did you?
No, that was the day before. Jimi Hendrix was with Jim
Yeah,
Morrison.
I never got any of that when I had my hernia surgery. I didn't get a buzz off anything. I just went to sleep and woke up and everything felt normal. It's like,
Wow.
I feel like I got cheated, I think.
Yeah, you didn't even get any ice cream.
I got nothing. Well, I'm lying. They gave me apple juice because they
I
didn't
got a rock.
Yeah.
want me going into low blood sugar. So I got apple juice. But,
I said to the surgeon, well, I've enjoyed being with you. Now, what kind of drugs can you give me for when I get home?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, the pain.
Oh, when I broke my arm, they gave me a bottle full of drugs, pain pills. I think I only ever took 2. I just dealt with it. They also told me to take Tylenol, and when it hurt, I'd take a couple of Tylenol. And
Wow.
whatever it was. And
Tylenol 3 can be nasty, so you got to watch that stuff because it can cause constipation. I think that was part of the issue I had, but yeah, it's.
Now you
I stopped it. Like I stopped taking Tylenol 3 after the second day because I honestly didn't have that much pain. So I thought, well, I'm not going to take this stuff if I don't really need it. I'll tolerate a little bit of discomfort rather than take that stuff because it's
Well, I kind of figured, I'll take one more and then go downtown and sell the rest of the bottle to pay for my doctor.
Yeah, trade it for meth or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trade it in for cash so I can pay off my bill.
But yeah,
When I got
they were
my-
surprised because when I broke my arm, I don't know if you guys remember, it was like a week. I think it was more than a week before I got my little brace, fake cast plastic thing. So I just had a broken arm dangling there for a week, and they were shocked that I wasn't soaking up the pain pills. I'm like,
How did you sleep with it?
Position. You just put it in a comfortable position and leave it there, and you're fine as long as it's in a comfortable position.
Yeah.
Because I'm sleeping
I
in a
couldn't
lazy
wait.
boy.
I was
My head will go
starting to
back
get
and hurt.
worried.
Oh, yeah, because
I'm like-
it's probably easier to keep your head raised a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that lazy boy, it's hard to keep because your head will go back and it starts throbbing, and you're like,
Ooh.
oh, I better wake me up.
Oh, wow. Your head started pounding.
One day at a time, it'll get better.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or it's kind of like a friend of mine said, it's like the guy jumped out of the building. So far, so good. I got a lot of good friends with good advice, don't I?
I got a million.
Your sense of humor is intact. That's what matters.
Yeah. It's the medicine talking.
Yeah.
It's the drugs.
It's the drugs.
When I had my appendix out, all they gave me was castor oil.
Oh,
Really?
When did I have mine out when I was 12? I don't remember much, but yeah, I was only 12 years old, and that's the last time I had any surgery of any sort.
Wow.
And I'm lying in the hospital waiting for them to wheel me down to the operating wing, and I start giggling, and my wife says, "What's so funny?" And I says, "I just realized that the last time I had surgery, all these people that are looking after me today," I said, "none of them were alive."
Oh, wow.
Because that was over 50 years ago. It's just unbelievable.
Now you're being looked after by 20s and 30-year-old people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. But I got to, like I said, the guys there the other day, like the nurses were fantastic, man. They were really good.
Yeah.
It was really,
yeah.
Well, it's like the surgeon that did my operation. I've got shoes that are older than he is.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who did me wasn't 50. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I said to my wife, I said, well, after the guy did the operation, he probably went down for a nap.
Yeah. Little bitty guy.
James Farley says, "Get better soon, Brad."
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so they just called Jeff to make sure it was him that ordered extra anchovies.
That's right. But no, I mean, golly, when the surgeon came, I thought it was an assistant coming in to, observe and, be a part of it.
Hey, get your hands off me, kid.
Yeah, that's good, kid. Yeah.
Watch what you're pulling there.
Watch out. I'll get a juvenile court after you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you on? What are you on recess?
Yeah. I don't have any lunch money on me. Get off me.
Oh, yeah, recess is over, kid. Get back to the classroom. Where's my doctor?
And you wanted the if I could give a humorous part about being at the hospital, right next to the hospital is the mortuary with the.
Oh,
what?
Yeah,
that's not very.
I know it's not very helpful.
Well, it's not a good advertisement for the hospital. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean I thought it was kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
mighty
oh my
convenient.
God. Yeah, it is convenient.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but geez.
Let's wheel them next door.
Yep.
It's like here's the hospital, across the street's the mortuary, and right next to it's a Wendy's. So you die either way.
You know, when we got married, this is a funny story. It's kind of somewhat related, but we had to, with the Anglican Church, we had to do marriage course, and it was like a couple of Saturdays, that we had to go all day and listen to all this nonsense. Well, it was great for young people, but Andrea was in her mid-30s. I was in my early 40s, and it's like,
Oh wow.
what are you going to tell us that we haven't already figured out, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, at the end of it all, they went through all this nonsense, and at the end of it all, the person who's conducting the course was giving out cards and saying, if you ever need any divorce counseling, here's my card. And it's like, we're here taking a marriage course, and you're already trying to get people. You're already talking about divorce. Like, seriously?
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I almost said something to her. I just said, there's no point.
Yeah.
I didn't take one of the cards. Everybody else took it. I said, no thanks. I don't need one of those. I'm not getting into
Then
it.
the lawyer's office.
It's like unbelievable. It's just, you're supposed to, telling us how to have a successful marriage, and then you're handing out cards for divorce counseling.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
I went to I had to appear in court, and it was a divorce court thing, and there was a husband and wife, and they were both kind of suing each other and stuff. But the big problem was they both had a dog that they both loved, and he didn't want her to have the dog, and she didn't want him to have the dog, so they had the dog put down, and that's why they went to court.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then I kind of leaned over and said kind of loudly, glad you guys didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's an easy way to get rid of the kids thing. Well, I want the kids. I want the kids. Okay, we'll just put them down.
Yeah, but can you imagine that? They put the dog down. It's like, golly, you both should go to jail.
That's like if you're fighting over the house, that you just burn it down. There, now you don't have to fight over the house anymore.
That's right.
No.
Well, that's what I say to people who are, I'm not going to cause a problem here, but I don't care. People who are abortion advocates, right? And they'll say, well, what if the person gets raped? Should they, the child didn't want the child's, and I just look at it and say, so somebody committed a crime and an innocent child pays with his life. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Makes no sense to me, and they
not at all.
just get mad at me. They don't have a counter argument to that. They just get mad at me for saying that.
Yeah,
it's the truth. It's the truth, So I don't know why you kill your dog because you can't decide. At that point, one of you has to give in. Like obviously, like that's just stupid. Obviously neither one of them actually cared about the dog.
Yeah.
No.
If the dog ended up dead, then neither one of them cared about the dog. Right, really. It was about their ego is what it was about.
Yep, it is. And the dog's in the back going like, what did I do? What did I do?
Exactly. Yeah, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm. Moses would have had the dog cut in half.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's a biblical thing. There's a story in the Bible where two women had a baby. The one woman's baby died, so she stole the other woman's baby.
Right.
And lied and said that it was the other woman's baby who died. Right.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
remember the verse, Brad, but the chapter. But in the end, they went to Saul, and Saul being very wise, or not Saul, Solomon. Who was the king? Was it?
Same guy.
Anyway, one of the kings, and he was very wise. And he said, "Well, we'll just we'll cut the baby in half, and then you can." And so, you know, and they looked, and the real mother said, "No, I'll let the other mother keep the baby." And at that point, the king realized who the real mother was, because the one that stole the baby was willing to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And the mother said, "No, I'm not. My child won't die over this." So, and she, of course, ended up with the baby, because the king then realized that the baby is actually hers. Yeah. So I just don't get that. It's not wasn't about the dog. It was about their ego.
Yeah, it is. Neither one was going to give in.
Well, I mean, that's just insane. That's just insanity. You know, so the dog dies because of your ego. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is just call Saul.
Just call Saul. I can't remember what king was.
Or better call Saul. What? Better call Saul.
King.
Better call.
Better call Saul.
I can't remember. Anyway.
There was a joke in there.
I'm trying to think who it was. The king that announced that. Yeah. I can't even think of what my name is, let alone anything else right now.
My name is Peter.
King Brad.
King Brad.
Or actually, it's King Ding Dong, the rate I'm going.
Uh-oh. It'll get better, promise.
Yeah.
It was Solomon.
Yeah.
Better call Saul. Yeah.
It was from the Book of Kings, chapter 3.
Yeah.
Two women, both recently having given birth, came before King Solomon, each claiming to be the mother of the surviving baby. To determine the real mother, Solomon ordered a soldier to cut the baby in half, with each woman receiving a portion. The true mother, unable to bear the thought of her child being harmed, cried out to the king to give the baby to the other woman instead. This selfless act revealed her as the real mother, and the other woman is willing to see the child harmed rather than relinquish her claim.
There you go.
Yeah.
You've learned something today.
Yes.
First Kings chapter 3. It was King Solomon.
Yeah. And by the way, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
4th of July.
Shang, yes.
Not for an hour and 43 minutes.
Well,
2 hours, 43 minutes here.
The 4th of July in
But what do you care? I mean, it's still, you know.
But Paul doesn't celebrate it, so tomorrow's just another mail day for you.
Well, we did it on Tuesday. That was Canada Day for us.
Yeah.
Eh?
Hey.
So like we're back to normal already.
We didn't get mail on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Newman and the bicycle on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Saw it in half.
Well, that's it. See, every time that came from the Bible. That was where the inspiration for that whole thing came from.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. They just finished.
Yeah, we're going to have one here pretty shortly. Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
wow.
listening, but we're not
I
that
just
close.
saw fireworks out my window right in front of me. I don't know if you guys could hear them. They were pretty loud.
We had our fireworks a week ago.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, boom, boom.
I think I heard a pop pop.
Boom.
I think I heard a pop pop there.
Yeah, well, there was 2 pops just now.
Rock, you need to go down to the river and look over to Detroit. I bet you see all sorts of stuff going on.
Going on in my head.
Look at all the pops.
Oh, dear. Yes.
Got a whole lot of pops. No, we had our fireworks a week ago.
Is there a prize in the bottom of the bag? There should be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're supposed to do a maze.
No prize.
Oh,
Okay.
no, the other side. There, look.
And then you're going to get a prize. Yeah.
Well, the prize is if you make the maze.
Get a spoon at the bottom.
What I want to know is if that bag is still going to be around on Sunday. That's
yeah, short just Sunday. How much
on
is left?
Sunday. We're going to ask you to show us that bag.
Show us the bag. How much
Where's
is
the
left?
bag, Doc?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for Sunday to see if the bag is still here.
That's 1, 2. That's
Yes.
three breakfasts away.
Yeah, we'll see if the old
Doc,
bag's
write
still
yourself a note. Buy new bag of corn pops for
exactly.
Sunday.
So buy 2 new bags.
But they're cheap though. That was like $6.99.
Wow.
That's like the price of a regular box here.
Buy that for $1.
The
You
money
buy that for
people will pay
$7.
the money people will pay to kill themselves.
I know. Where else can you get like that much pops for $6.99?
You know,
That's ridiculous.
You know what happens if you eat that whole bag, you know what you are?
What are I?
A serial killer.
Yeah.
It's still the medicine talking.
Did you know that if you do the maze backwards, it spells out Paul is dead?
Oh, that's good actually.
I can't wait to do the maze now.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Then you can play Baby I'm Amazed.
Yeah. Hoo-hoo. Yes, yes.
We're out of control.
I know. It must be getting late. We're laughing at anything.
Yeah.
What?
I love how it all falls intact, though.
I love how the
Some
walking.
giant frisbee just. And people don't. They just go down with the ship.
Speaking of ships, did you get the cruise ship one I sent you? Maybe I didn't send it to you.
I don't have Facebook on all the time. I just peek in at it.
Maybe I did.
It could be waiting for me. Let me see.
Maybe thought it was too dumb to send you.
Maybe that's the one that Diane signed me up for.
I think I did send you a couple of them.
Let me see if anything's on here.
There's the table. Yeah, I did send you the cruise ship one.
Mm-hmm.
It was before the table one.
Are you still live or are you off, Doc?
I'm live.
He's live and he is off.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to show it? You don't have to.
Okay. Wonderful.
I can hear it.
Okay. I have some work to do.
You got the dogs all upset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys talk about something and I'll
What should we talk about? I have a problem.
Okay, I'm hearing some fireworks too. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see Doc starting a cereal.
Yeah, I have to do a little editing
on Sunday. Come Sunday, I want to know what the status of that bag is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody tune in for that.
Yeah, that'll bring ratings.
That's as good a reason as any.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a better reason than most.
It's like tune in next week.
Oh.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hey, did anybody notice Ollie only made that one comment about how he should be asleep? And I said,
Yeah,
well,
he's
this will
gone.
do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he made
didn't
another
know Ollie.
comment. It must have worked.
He's out.
I didn't even know Ollie was here. I didn't see
It
him.
was like 5 in the morning over there or something.
It must have worked. It must have worked because he only made the one comment.
Okay.
Tim Allen has a knack of putting people to
All right.
sleep.
Geez, you go through a lot for a 5-second clip here.
Come on. I know that, but I mean, for me to put it up on the show, I gotta download it and then edit it. And come on.
Just go to
Oh,
the
here
link
it
and
comes. Okay.
share your screen. That's what I would do.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Oh, this is it. I knew this was going to happen.
This is
What
it.
happened? What happened?
Started hearing harps.
Harps.
Like you, Brad. It's not us. Take another pill.
Figured this was it.
Who's making these things?
I just made the Vito Scotty one.
Well, then you're halfway to blame.
Well, I actually got GPT made it, but
okay.
What entertainment watching Doc his computer.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Editing in progress.
just think how interesting it is for our viewers.
I know. Well,
This reminds me of a couple weeks ago. I was on a
I'm sure they would be.
And Mason was asking Paulina how to open a file sent. And I'm like, "Oh, that's riveting. Do that. Don't wait till we're off to do that. Do that right now, because I'm sure the people will be fascinating while Paulina spends 15 minutes explaining how to open this file to Mason, which
That's great.
To me, it would take like 30 seconds. To Mason,
I didn't realize Mason was still on the planet. Is he? Never seen him anymore.
Yeah, he's still around.
Well, see, like I only have 20 minutes left in the StreamYard account, but they won't cut you off if you're on. So I can stay on all day if I want to.
Yeah, because things are going so well.
No. It could be the new Crackle Pop, but no. Here we go. We have
the old one hasn't gone anywhere yet. So
yeah,
I like it when Doc's screen lights up. It almost looks like he's working in the laboratory. You know.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I've been working on. Donated by our good friend Gur, the newest in Calamities.
Wow.
I love the Men in Black filming it all.
Happens every day.
What
I hope they got insurance on that boat.
Those cruise ships are going fast enough to ski behind.
what are the odds of two identical? I mean, like absolutely identical.
and we never heard about it.
No, it wasn't on the news. No.
Knots crashing into each other. What are the odds?
Well, yeah, but and there were two others in the background waiting their turn as well.
I wonder if that messed up the buffet when they were going through too.
Well, it could be. I bet some of the water splashed out of the
I'll
swimming
bet you.
pool.
I gotta see that again.
That's pretty bad.
And of course, everybody gets out their phone.
I'm pretty sure everybody's all right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Look, why didn't we see them all jump out with like the life vests and stuff? Yeah, where was that?
I'm with Tim.
This
I
is
think
very
Tim's
scratch.
right.
I know we've got AI calamities, AI bans, AI. Oh God! Oh, what's this world come to? Oh,
Come to AI is what it's come to.
Yeah.
There's not going to be.
I'm
there's not
surprised
gonna
the
be
guys
any people left
they're
soon.
busy with their phones. But they didn't even finish recording. They put it up and then, oh, okay, that's enough. Meanwhile, the ships were still.
That's hard, and I think somehow AI is for this. I don't know. Have you guys heard about this whole thing that humanity is on its way out? And this is true because we're not making enough children. I know certain countries are making too many, but for the most part in the world, the population is on a rapid decrease. Because in the Western world, a lot of people aren't getting married, and the ones that are having like one kid, and that's not enough to sustain the population.
Wow.
And none are one, you know, and yeah, the world has been for the last 10 years or more on a rapid decline in population.
As we know, for kids from the past, 8 is enough.
Yes, this
Well,
is
yeah,
true.
but so it's predicted within, you know, not a long time, but maybe within 10,000 years, the human race will be gone.
Are we
Because it's just-
real? No, we are
just-
not.
Oh,
Especially
it's all,
We are Devo.
Jeff is not real. Phony.
It's all
Good old
going in
Jeff.
cycles, you know.
This is a little known fact. Do you know why Jeff's apartment only has his chair and cats? Because he sold everything he had to buy more cats.
Yeah. Cat food.
I have stuff, but he sold it all to buy more cats.
Mm-hmm.
Rough, man. Rough.
Oh.
Look, kids are embarrassed. Yeah, the cat ate all the furniture.
Oh, Jeff's out of here.
Since
The interview's over.
Since we appear to be staying on for a while, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't tune out now, kids. Mr. Paul's going to do something extra special.
Yay.
He's going to surprise us with something.
Well, that.
Hey, everybody, watch Paul pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Again!
Nothing up his sleeve.
Or
Oh.
Old hat.
Guess I need to
Oh,
do
Doc was, he showed his Dire Straits Greatest Hits CD.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I would show you my reissues of Dire Straits albums.
Ah.
These originally came out in a box set, but I missed the box set, but I was able to get the albums on their own.
Ooh.
That's their first album. Very good. The second album, which I actually like better than the first album.
Uh-huh.
And then the third album, which I actually like better than the second album.
Look at that. Wow. They just
And all three of them stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all have the stickers. This is really good. This is my favorite Dire Straits album, Lover Over Gold. I love this album.
Mm.
And the song they had was this is The Walk of Life, which I don't like that song. It doesn't even fit on the album, but that was the song they did. And then, of course, we have Brothers in Arms.
Mm.
This is actually a double album.
You like that one?
Yeah, not as much as Love Over Gold, but yeah, it's a good album. I really like the title track, Brothers in Arms. It's fantastic. And then On Every Street, which I haven't really played a lot. I'm less familiar with it. But that was the last studio album. And then, of course, I've got from the old days, Alchemy, which is their live album.
Ooh. What about Twisting by the Pool?
No, I got that EP as well.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing by Dire Straits, actually.
Me too.
I've got that as well.
Twisting by the Pool.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. There you go.
So there it is.
Twisting by the Pool.
I like every track on that, and I can't say that for their albums, but I like every track on the EP.
Yeah. There's four songs.
I think there's 4 tracks on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's
my
Name EP.
But do you have? He's gone. I wanted to ask Paul if he had this.
Who was that masked man?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Do you have this, Paul?
Is that a solo?
No, that's
I might on CD. I don't think I do though.
I don't have it on vinyl. Yeah, this is from the BBC during their first tour. You know, this is after the first album.
Oh, okay.
It's got a really good version of Money for Nothing, or not Money for Nothing. Sultans of Swing on there.
No, I don't have that.
And I also have a various artist album with an earlier version of Sultans of Swing. I think it's before they got signed to a major label, which is interesting. I actually like it better than the album version. This is
I've
a pretty
got
good
this one
song.
on CD.
That's it. I don't need to be big anymore.
That's another live one, right?
Wow.
I don't have that on album. I just got on CD. Yeah, I'll have to look for that BBC one. That looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, and before Sultans of Swing, he actually explains what the song's about, which is pretty funny because most people hadn't heard it yet. It's that early. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one of the Canadian stud muffin, of course.
The one time I never saw Dire Straits, but the one time I saw Eric Clapton was in 1988. He had just put out the box set, the Crossroad box set, and I saw him in Hamilton. Mark Knopfler was part of his band. He was playing his backup guitarist, and they did Money for Nothing that night.
Killed it.
As part of the Clapton show. But yeah, that was a great show. I remember the show, how the show opened up. The lights, house lights went down. The stage was all lit up. There was nobody on stage yet. Okay, all the instruments and everything was there. And then you just heard this guitar just start wailing. Like, it was unbelievable. It just started ripping off these riffs. And Clapton comes out from behind the drum kit. He comes walking out, and he was playing his guitar as he walked out onto the stage. It was really a cool entrance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You could hear him before you could see him. It was really quite.
It's Clapton.
It's one of the most, probably the best intro to a concert I've ever seen. Was just you heard his guitar and he played a few bars, and then where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And he came walking out from behind the drum kit.
That's neat.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What did Mickey Gilley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Jimmy Swaggart have in common?
I think they're all cousins, I believe.
Yeah, they're all cousins.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Swaggart died this week, right?
I'm reading a Jerry Lee Lewis biography right now.
Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis and Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah, they were. I didn't know about the other guy, but I knew Jerry Lee was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Farley always thought "Check Out Guitar George" was talking about George Harrison.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He knows all the chords.
No, I don't think so.
But I always thought "The Walk of Life" was about Lennon, though.
Could be.
Huh.
Because he's singing about Johnny, and he's singing about down in the tunnel trying to make it pay. I'm thinking about the Beatles' early days.
Yeah, that'd be the Cavern Club. Yeah.
Yeah, I always, nobody's ever confirmed it, but I always thought that, maybe.
The song Telegraph Road is the opening track on Love Over Gold. I did a video on that once, and it's about, okay, where is Telegraph Road? So I got online. It's actually Detroit.
What?
Yeah, it's actually Detroit. There's a road there. One of the main roads is Telegraph Road. You probably
yes, it is.
Yeah. And it's about how the city grew up and eventually fell into disrepair, and Telegraph Road was a reflection of all of that.
Oh, wow.
When he did the song, Telegraph Road was just, you go down it was just all businesses that have closed and, all impoverished, right? So that's
Redburn.
Yeah, they closed everything. Telegraph Road was basically a wasteland. I don't know what it's like now, but when he did that album,
it's a little better than what you'd think, but still.
Yeah, but when he did the album, I remember that was like 81 or something. He did that. Anyway, it was just a ghost town basically when he did that. But yeah, I always wondered where Telegraph Road was, and I got online and found out it's Detroit. So he was actually talking all metaphor for Detroit.
Wow.
Sounds like a new video for Doc.
Yes, I've been down Telegraph Road many a time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a real place.
It is a real place, yeah. Real road, yeah.
I love that song. It's like 11, 12 minutes long. It's a massive song. It's a great song.
The city of New Orleans is about Barbara Streisand's dog. What? Why would they call it the city of New Orleans if it's about a dog?
I'm thinking it's not. But
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Follow up is who lets the dog.
I'd have to follow Rick Beato on that one.
One of the coolest things I ever saw Eric Clapton do, just because I can't picture him doing it, but yeah, he did it. On the old Top Gear, once in a while, Jeremy Clarkson used to take a normal, regular car and review it. And he would have pointers, right? And he would ask silly questions like, can you hide Bruce Willis in the glove box? And he opens up the glove box and Bruce Willis is in there going, this kind of thing, right? So they're doing some Fiat or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but what the questions always came up on the screen with white letters on black background, and it said, "Can you use it as a guitar amp?" was the question, and Jeremy Clarkson's voiceover comes on and says, "Well, we dialed up a local boy to find out." And you hear, and the camera pans back, and there's Eric Clapton, and the guitar is plugged into this car, and he is using it. And you can, I've done it. I've done it on my old car, actually. You can use a car as a guitar amp. And Clapton's playing Layla outside the car with this, just like,
wow.
Great, that Clapton would do that.
Yeah.
Either that or use it for a PA.
You must have been a fan of the show. That's usually how that happens.
Well, everybody in the UK.
Okay. Did you? Huh?
I forgot we walked twice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The federal marshal's there.
Yeah.
No, my son is stealing. My son is stealing some of my muffins.
Oh, that's not.
We're getting some in the morning.
I'll
but he's
stop you,
stealing
Jeff.
some
What do you
of
want me to do? You want me to shoot
them.
him?
Yeah.
It's the muffin monster.
Have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
There's only one thing to do with muffin. What do you call them?
Muffin monsters.
Oh, muffin. Only one thing to do about those. That's what you do with muffin monsters.
That's what you do with them.
You can tell that guy's shooting blanks, right? Because the little cotton balls or little cotton wads are coming out the end of the barrel.
Yeah.
You can tell they're blanks.
No.
He wouldn't do that. He just
the camera.
Don's shooting at the cameraman. He's like, we lose more cameramen this week.
Yeah, that's where Baldwin got the idea, right?
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be indeed. Yes. Okay.
Alec Baldwin. Hey, let's shoot at the cameraman.
Yep.
Or girl, whoever the case may be.
Okay, one more time.
Everybody's all right. Nothing to see here.
That's right. Keep about your own business.
Unbelievable.
I think those ships were made out of fiberglass the way they broke apart.
And they both broke the exact same way, like a mirror.
Well, I said 2 identical ships traveling at identical speeds. What are the
with identical damage?
So they did use blanks on the side of the Crow. Apparently, something was lodged in the barrel of the gun when they shot the second blank, and that's what got propelled out the end of the barrel that killed the Lee guy.
Bruce Lee?
No, his son, Brandon Lee.
Oh.
So they were blanks. It's just that the barrel hadn't been cleared. So when they shot the second blank, it propelled the first one out,
and got him.
And that's what killed him. That's what actually killed him.
Yeah.
Wow.
The moral of the story: don't shoot blanks at anybody for anything.
Right.
Well, Terry Kaff killed himself doing that. He thought it was okay to shoot himself in the head with a blank. Well, it's not.
That actor did the same thing. That what was his name?
Eric.
Yeah, he just went, thinking it was.
Yeah, thinking it was safe to do that, and he killed himself. Shot himself because it's the pressure, right? Idiots.
I just noticed here, Gur, aka Baylock.
Okay.
Oh gosh, close up of Paul.
It takes a few buttons before I can find it.
I think Sunday, Paul, you ought to wear a green shirt.
Yeah.
I went online. You can actually get Baylock masks. I'm going to get one.
Oh no. Okay.
You don't need one.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's how we share the love on this channel, boys and girls.
Yeah, and that's why they're all tuning out.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Where are you all going?
It's not bedtime yet.
Time for Baywatch.
Yeah.
Well,
come on, Jeff. Be honest. It was your bedtime 45 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, but you know, I can take a nap after breakfast. It's okay.
I guess it is after. It's getting on to 11 there, isn't it?
You and Doc will be sharing cereal.
Yeah, that'd be good.
No,
I can make that thing last 10 days.
I bet you
I have a little tiny bowl.
I bet you that bag is open before Doc goes to bed tonight.
Yeah.
That's very my cereal. What's that for?
Right where Doc's hand is, there's a mark on there. It says used by July 5th.
Yeah. You got to eat it in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Roman numerals.
You can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have it done in a couple of days. Yeah.
I know this was around in Roman times.
That was your groceries for the week.
And then Doc will pop.
No.
Yeah.
Rock tour.
I know. That always scared me too. Every time that came up, it took me years to find the actual episode that came from. I was like, where's that?
The Corbomite maneuver.
Yeah.
It took
the
years.
Corbomite maneuver.
You guys being all right. I want to go on the Guess Who one, but that's not going to happen.
Oh.
No, I've never been on any kind of cruise.
Yeah. I know no one will get my corn pops because I'm going to use it as a
My wife and I went on a cruise. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, what happened?
It was good.
I don't think I'm cruise material unless they've got a really good record store. Then I gone.
We went to the Bahamas. I went where they filmed Help. Actually, is one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the Bahamas. I went through the area where they filmed Help. Boy, what a scam trip that was.
You did a video about that. I remember watching that video.
Yeah, they were like, well, we think it's over this way, but, we're not too sure.
Yeah.
Is there still orange paint on the beach?
Yeah. The sewing machine's still there in the water, too.
Yeah, the sewing machine. Statue's still there.
Yeah, they filmed that in the winter time, didn't they? Like in February? In that water?
Yeah, no, they were cold. They were cold when they.
Yeah, they were freezing in that movie. Yeah.
Well, they did that part in Switzerland, the ski part. That was done.
Yeah, well, that was cold, but I mean, in the water, it was wrong part of the year.
It would have been cold there too. Yeah, in the water for sure. Yeah.
And Mel Evans was the one that came up through the ice.
Was that Mal?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
They made him be the.
When they were curling, and they and he came in the end as well, right? He came.
Yeah.
That was Mel. I didn't realize that was Mel Evans.
You know, they gave him an extra 5 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty low budget.
Poor Mel. He deserved better.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Poor old Mel. But it was a real scam to go there because they were like, well, do you want to, you can pay to swim with dolphins and all that kind of stuff. And you get there and there's a swimming pool with dolphins. And it's like, oh my gosh, big deal. Because you think you're in the ocean, you're going to do that. But the cruise itself was fantastic. We got they messed up our room. So they said, well, we'll give you another room. And we ended up with a room that was like 10 times or 15 times the size of the other one.
Oh, wow.
The food was fantastic, though. I mean, golly, you don't go on a cruise and expect to go on start a diet.
No.
You eat like goats.
Never been on one myself, but never say never.
Yeah, well, it was a good one. I tell you, it was a lot of fun. Took a lot of pictures. Oh, Doc's frozen.
Food for everyone.
What else should we talk about?
Yeah, really. That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only because we're at the end of his month. It's that time of month.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the month. It's the beginning of the month.
Yeah, but for StreamYard, it's the end, right?
It's the
No,
end.
it starts tomorrow.
Oh.
It's always on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So
May the
happy
4th
4th of
be with
July,
you.
New Street.
And may the 4th be with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With you.
No, July the 4th be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, May the 4th be with you.
It's
Well,
not May the
something.
4th. It's July the 4th. So.
No, but they do that back in May because of Star Wars.
Well, I know that. I don't do Star Wars Day because that's the day my dad died. But that's the only reason I know that's the day my dad died, because he died on Star Wars Day.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's the only reason. It gives me a way to remember, because I'm not good at dates. I don't know what day my dad died. But I know he died on Star Wars Day. So.
What did he die of?
Just old age, really. It's a long, ugly story, and I hate hospitals. And I advise anybody that lives where I live: if you get sick and there's something wrong with you, pick a direction. It doesn't matter what one, and drive there until you find a hospital and go there. Don't go here, because you won't come out of the hospital alive.
Well, the hospital I was in was pretty good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here, I'm saying go somewhere else, anywhere else. Pick a direction and drive. Don't stay here. Because my dad apparently was having a heart attack for about 12 hours before the doctors figured out what was wrong with him.
Wow.
And then to stop it, they put a stent in his leg.
Really?
And he stopped it. It worked, but they didn't have a cardiac surgeon. So they said this will make his heart weak if it stays in there more than a couple of days, but we don't have anybody to take it out. So then they shipped him to New York City. Once he got to New York City, the people there said, "Oh, the stent's fine. It doesn't need to come out." And then my father wound up dying in New York City. So
golly.
So I mean, he was not good. Okay, I'd been expecting him to die even before that, but still, the level of care he got was not great. So
yeah,
I always tell people, if anything happens to you, just get in your car and drive. First hospital you see, pull in.
Yeah, well, we spent, it happens everywhere. We spent 10 hours in the emergency in our local hospital. Andrea had severe pain in her back, and we were worried about her kidneys, right? So it just flared up for no reason. And so we were actually in the hospital 10 hours before she saw a doctor.
Wow.
In the emergency, and they just kept shuffling you around. And at one point, I went home and ate supper. Like I said, I got to go eat. And I brought her back a sandwich, and it's unbelievable. And he's
wow.
Like, and so she gets to see the doctor, and he says, "Oh, it's just a spasm. Sometimes these things happen." So basically, he said, "Here's 2 aspirin. Call me in the morning." It's like, unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
That is.
And it took us 10 hours for that to come out. So it's just the spasms. They sometimes happen. Just go home and have a hot bath and try to sleep, and
$800 for aspirin.
Take some Advil or whatever. And it's like unbelievable. Like 10 hours. So I said to her, I says, "We're never doing that again. I'm sorry. Like if there had been something seriously wrong with you, it would have been a lot worse by the time anybody ever got to you, and perhaps it wouldn't be reversible. Like, it's just unbelievable. So what we can do here is you can go online and look at all the hospitals that are around us and see what the wait times are. So well, next time that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go and see where the hospital, what the wait times are, and see, even if it takes us an hour to get there, if it's only like a 2-hour wait time, it's better than sitting around waiting for 10 hours.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
We got that too, where you can look it up and see what the wait time. That's amazing to think that you've got that long of a wait in any hospital. A friend of mine, his wife, and they were in the hospital for 10 hours also.
Yeah, 10 hours. It was on, mind you, it was on the weekend, but so what? Like, that shouldn't matter. Why should that matter?
Yeah.
The fire departments work on the weekend. So I was livid. Like, I just thought, this is not acceptable. We're supposed to be in a first world country, and this is what, with the taxes we pay and all that stuff, and this is what we get for our services. Is ridiculous.
I don't know how Canadian healthcare is rated, but I know at least a couple of years ago, United States world ranking. Guess the world ranking. Guess what number we are.
I'd say you're
a couple of years ago.
27.
I'd say you're really low, in my opinion. But
I don't know what really low is. There's a lot of countries, but Doc, you're low. It's worse than that. 35th. We were ranked 35th in the world for healthcare. That's not anything to be proud of.
Well, you want to shock yourself. I went on line and I went to World Atlas, who does all these stats, and they're generally considered pretty accurate. And I looked at world literacy rates. Okay, so country by country, the United States is ranked 126th.
Yay!
Yeah, you have 86% literacy. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means I did the math. That means there's like 14% who are considered illiterate, which is about 40 million people. That's the size of Canada.
Wow. But the problem with that is it doesn't matter about the illiteracy in America because they can't read it. So it
they don't speak it.
But honest to God, there are African countries that are 99, 100%. Canada is 99% literate. I don't know where the other percent is, but there it is.
I think part of the problem in America is a lot of immigrants that don't speak the language, because they're talking literate in their own language. They might be able to write Spanish.
There's a lot of native born
Spanish
Americans that are considered illiterate. I mean, come on.
I'm not saying there's. I'm sure there's a lot, but I'm sure that the immigrants,
the education system is not good, and I
can't
believe
how
people slam the unions in the States, and it's like, well, what you want to pay your school teachers the same wage you would pay somebody pumping gas, and like you're going to get the education you pay for it, right? You're going to get the education.
That's a problem. But this is, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but this is serious. I think the education system in America started going down when Happy Days came on. And I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why. Because suddenly kids had this guy, the Fonz, who was cool. And suddenly being cool mattered. Before Happy Days, you didn't have to be cool. So that translates to school, because now in school, suddenly it's cool not to do well. It's cool to be dumb. It's cool to mock the teachers. It's cool not to learn.
They had a library card.
And that, I think that contributed a lot. They changed the attitude of
that was always cool, but the problem is today they get away with it. That's the problem.
America's school problem was when we took prayer out of school. That's when it started.
Well, a lot of problems. Yeah, a lot of problems started. That was one symptom of a lot of things that were going wrong at the same time. Yeah, that was
because when I was in, we had the school I went to was amazing. I learned a lot. I consider myself pretty smart. I'm very literate. I'm a good writer, believe it or not, and that all comes down to school. But classes right after mine, I was like the last class. They were dumb as bricks, because they didn't want to learn. They didn't. It was cooler not to learn. If you were smart, you didn't have any friends, and that's huge. So
That's
you
why you're
dumb,
having
and then you get all the friends you
Grammarly.
want.
Don't you see those ads for Grammarly every 5 seconds on YouTube? Everything's
Well,
like
now you don't have to. Now the problem is you don't have to. You have
AI
things
does it for you.
So
well, that's what I found. Like just the last couple of years, I found when I was teaching that I was getting things submitted for assignments that I know the students didn't write. And it's one of the things that sort of said to me, this is going to become a bigger and bigger battle, and I'm ready to retire now. So now's the time to get out because I was teaching software development, right? And so you get students who aren't writing their own code, and yet they're passing the course, and they're not doing it. You can't prove it. It's sort of like saying, well, what am I doing then? Like, I'm wasting my time here, And if I don't need to work, if I don't need to be part of this game, then I'm not going to be.
That's another thing that happened, and it's happened in like the last 10 or 15 years. Suddenly cheating became okay.
Well, it's tolerated. The problem is
it's so tolerated. When I was a kid, believe me, it wasn't. They didn't.
Well, no, the problem though, Tim, is nowadays it's so widespread you can't. It's virtually impossible to police.
Well, yeah, but it became. Our morals have changed. It became morally okay, morally tolerated, and that's the problem. It didn't used to be.
Well,
you pay your money to take your SATs, and if you cheated, you're out of there. Boom. Then you get your money back.
I've got 3 university degrees, and I earned every bit of it. Not once did I cheat, and I know people who did. But not once. I got all those 3 degrees. I got them on my own, and that knowledge is not somebody else's. I had people who wanted me to give them my papers, and I just want to use it to see you want to use it and put your name on it. That's what you want. And I said, I'm not doing that. Forget it. I work my ass off to get that mark, and guess what? You're going to do it too. I'm not going to give you your marks. You get your own marks.
Use Grammarly.
It's always been happening, but it's just a matter of how you look at life and how you look at yourself, and there's no pride in cheating. Like to me,
no, I cheated once because I didn't want to fail high school, and I would have failed high school if I didn't. We had to do an oral book report. And I was prepared to go in that day, and I couldn't. Our library closed, and I didn't have a book. I was poor. I couldn't go buy a book. We had to just do a book report on any book, and I didn't have a book. And my mother didn't have any money to let me buy a book, and our school library is closed. And I'm like, because it was the end of the year. I'm like, so I was just planning on going in that day and saying I couldn't get a book. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. And I was going to fail the course because it was going to be a huge mark probably. And at lunch that day, we got word that there was a substitute teacher and he was going to be grading our oral reports. So I made up a book on the spot. I sat in the cafeteria and I made up a book. I made up a publisher and an author and everything else. And I did a little synopsis of what the book was about. And I got an A and we passed. It's the only time I've ever cheated in life.
That right there shows how smart you are. You should get an A for that.
No, I made up. I still remember. I remember the name of the book. It was a book on Paul McCartney because I knew about Paul McCartney. But I called the publishing company Octopus Publishing. I still remember that to this day. It was put out by Octopus publishing. I made a year and everything. And
I used
yeah,
to get so mad at my people for cheating, not because they cheated, because they were so bad at it.
You're a bad.
No, I was
You
good
know,
at it.
it's not, they submit this stuff, and it's like, look, if you're gonna cheat, at least put some effort into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
See, I wouldn't have, if it was my regular teacher knew me and would have called me right away on the bluff. But a substitute I didn't think would. So I went for it and I got an A, and I'm like, oh my God, I cheated.
Well,
it's the only time I've ever cheated in my life.
It's a different world we live in now. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Of course, the internet has made it so easy to cheat now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, good and bad with everything, right?
Yeah. Let me test this and see if it works better.
Okay, what's
The
going
guy
on?
in the guy in the middle.
What's
Yeah, the
going
guy
on?
in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell this.
He cheated.
It shows you exactly how they did that. It shows you exactly how they did that.
Just a mirror image.
Yeah. Well, I could tell it was a mirror image because the boats were exactly the same.
They really didn't crash.
You're like, look what I did. I
Sorry,
exposed.
Brad. No,
I exposed the phoniness for what it was. How about that?
Change your name to Rick Beato now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Doc Beato.
You should start a channel exposing this stuff. The thing you never knew about this, this boat crash. The thing you never noticed about this boat crash.
How the heck did that come out like that? Though I don't know.
You could be Doc 8D instead of
Yeah.
Rick 9G. You could be Doc D.
Oh my goodness.
He could be Sergeant Pilcher.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Adolf Hilter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilter Skelter.
Yeah.
Didn't I hear at some point Sergeant Pilcher wound up in jail himself, which made me
Yeah, he
very
did.
happy.
Yeah.
He did.
Made me very happy.
It was a drug bust at his place, I think.
Karma. You call it karma.
Yeah, I think it was.
Karma.
Yeah, I think it was a drug bust.
I don't understand this crown ranking.
Oh, I was trying to get to the bottom of that last night at Dusty Spins.
When you come on, I noticed when I came on tonight, I got a little crown with a number on it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you do. You do. There's 3 crowns now. And I think it's the more you comment, the higher you are, and it can change your rank.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
But I don't understand the point. Somebody said it's to make you, because you got the biggest crown, you should make a donate. The people in the crown should donate to the channel or something. I don't understand.
So there's the highest number is a 3. And right now, James Farley is a 3.
150.
Yeah, and it starts out at 25x, and now it goes up to like 150, 175x. I have no idea what that's about.
I think James
number one.
Only 3. I don't see.
I don't know. Where do those crowns come from?
Well, it's a new feature,
It's just
I guess.
something new. StreamYard, or I don't think it's StreamYard. It's
YouTube.
YouTube started it. Yeah, because they're not
Yeah,
on the StreamYard.
I saw that when I clicked it too.
If you click on one of those crowns, a list comes up of top fans.
Ooh.
And right now, James is at number 1. Kim is number 2. Sorry. Oh, James, how did James get? Oh, James is at number 3.
Yeah, they change. They change depending on how much you comment. We figured that out.
Well, what's
Depending
the
on how much you
number then?
comment,
The
the moment
number
they
beside
change.
the crown, right?
Instead of a telethon, it's a crownathon.
Well, it's your ranking. I see. It's your ranking that 3 that number is. Okay.
Because my joke to those guys last night was pretty soon people will be doing videos on the VC's most
So MC
people or
is
something
number
like that. They'll
one.
be doing ranking lists.
MC is number 1, Kim is number 2, and James Farley is number 3 in our top.
And what do you win?
Nothing. It's just, again, I think they're trying to get you to donate.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to donate because, of course, YouTube takes half of that money. So they want you to
How
donate.
sad we are. I made one comment before we were even live, and I'm on number 13.
Ooh.
You get a crown from the dentist.
Wow, it's just
Jeff
I don't
here
get
as
it.
well.
It's I don't know
where Jeff is here, but anyway,
it's ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Where do these things come from?
That's a new thing because that wasn't there on Sunday.
You win a bag of the pop cereal.
Huge bag.
Or something like that.
Cereal bowl.
I think
Not
they rolled
mine.
it out Monday.
I wish we had some cereal to fill that bowl.
I would like to make an observation. We've been on over 3 hours, and my stereo has not blown up once.
Yeah.
It's a good
Amazing.
thing. You should mention it though, because as soon as you mention it,
Yeah, I might go kaboom.
Techniques from 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Still works great. I just screwed myself.
Oh my God.
The look on Paul's face is the best part.
There you go.
That's the best.
Yeah.
You should get a crown.
Now I have to re-scroll down.
Snake eyes there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There you go. Bollock, Bellick, Bob, whatever.
Baylock.
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 I'm not up on my Star Trek, I'm afraid. I just know that picture showed up at the end of the
Is
episode.
that a Star Trek
Why is
spin-off of Baywatch?
No.
It's a Star Trek.
You watch Baywatch.
Star Trek. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we finally talked ourselves out. Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
I'm wasted here.
After 10
Yeah, I
o'clock.
know.
too.
Yeah, I know. Mega stream tonight. We've learned so much tonight.
Yeah.
From
We'll be back Sunday. You have a happy 4th of July and stay safe.
Feel better, Beetle Brad. Feel
Yes,
better.
feel better, Brad.
Don't eat the fireworks.
Right.
Yeah, you be safe out there, eh?
All right.
And come back on Sunday for
On
more
Sunday.
of this.
More stuff.
Hope you do.
Check the rankings. Comment a lot, and you'll get ranked.
Yeah, you'll get those little thing next year. A little
Yeah.
down there, yeah.
You're pretty
Won't
ranked.
that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Commenting will make you rank.
It will.
Yep.
Until then.
Yeah. Cool. So good night, everyone.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Later.
Bye-bye.